Oh, you're good. Alrighty. Hello and welcome back to the Goat Cave podcast. Today, we're live. We've got Mr. Caleb Smith here with me.
Whoa.
And
Hello.
good friend Chris Johnson, incredible photographer.
Oh.
They're somewhere up here.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so today we're doing something a little different. We're live, and I haven't done a live stream in quite a while, so I'm actually really excited for this. We had quite a few topics that we're going to chat about, and hopefully we're going to stick with doing these about once a month. I figured that was kind of a good range, right? Just to sit down, talk BMX news and whatnot, so...
Talk a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Definitely. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Alrighty. So first of all, why don't we talk about, some local news? Just we're huge fans of the locals here, Always down with the locals. Supporting.
Support local, yeah.
Definitely. Good friend of ours who did an episode of the show quite a while ago, Father Pig BMX, just got sponsored by McNeil. And if anybody here knows who Father Pig is, this dude has literally been on top for the past 2 years in the BMX scene in Ontario. He goes to every contest and he wins every contest. He's at every jam, throwing the fuck down. And honestly, really stoked that he got hit up by McNeil and that they've, got him on the flow team. It's about time.
Yeah, he definitely deserves it. He's been killing it.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I think out of everybody in Ontario, that's the one person that I was like, it's happening very quickly. There's a few other little names as well that are in there, but Father Pig for sure. I don't know. There's just something different about him, man. His riding, his style, his sloppy bar spins are literally my favorite fucking thing ever.
Yeah, they're kind of scary. I don't know if it's because he's so tall, or maybe he throws them goofy.
I think he throws them goofy.
Maybe he throws them goofy because he does some stuff goofy. But yeah, he has a unique style, especially his trick selection and everything. I mean, the first time I got to see his riding was at the jam. So it was kind of
in Kitchener here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of 0 to 60 pretty fast. He was doing some cool stuff at the odd, and then he starts throwing whips down the 7 set at Market. So,
dude, this line that he posted for his McNeil promo is got to be the craziest fucking thing ever. Let me just pull it up here. This is nuts. Anybody who hears that digging, that is a rabbit. Sorry. Look at how fucked this is.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Pegs that fucking awesome kinker in Toronto. Manual.
Oh, my God.
Feeble 180. Half cab. I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
Okay. I think that might be an MBD, which is crazy if you guys know Bickford. Everything has been done.
Bickford is one of the most known spots in Ontario. Everybody rides that rail.
I've never been there, and I even know what it is.
Dude, people
when I see that ledge right there,
yep,
I know where that is.
And also that ledge sucks. Anyone who's hit it in the last 5 or 10 years, probably, it's pretty much destroyed.
Yeah, it's super fucked. It's not a skateboarder spot, which is incredible.
Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I've seen everything. Skateboarding. I've seen snowboarders go there in the winter and hit that stuff.
It's such a great spot, too. And the thing about that ledge is, and video doesn't do this justice at all, that ledge is actually really fucking tall off the end of it.
Yeah.
It's not, huge, but it's intimidating. If you're in a feeble and you just kind of loop it, you're
slippery.
fucking eating shit.
It's kind of like an out ledge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's an out ledge with a stair set on the one side and just a little bank on the other. And there's no, pussyfooting it. You can't just jump onto the ledge beside it. You have to jump to it because otherwise you're going down that little bank.
Yeah, if you come from that side, the other side's a little easier.
Right.
But even you can see, man, the ledge is rounded off, and that thing is slippery. It's got 25 years of wax on it, so it's icy.
The ledge itself must be waxed by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope.
Yeah, man, that kid has been killing it. There's a clip that McNeil posted that I filmed, and it's pretty sweet. I was really impressed that he got this done. And also, the dude is fucking barrel rolling shit. What the fuck? So this is awesome. Pegs, hang 5, and then Guelph. I gotta say, that has got to be the most overdone trick, but this has never been done. This is I filmed this over pegs at the Blue Veil Kinker. That's fucking gnarly. And then barrel roll fly out of
Whoa.
a bank.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That bank is actually really fun too. It's a good spot.
Never been. Just
And
like
then-
most.
Oh,
Pegs
wow.
whip. Yeah, dude.
That's another like super famous spot too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, man, he's been killing it ever since he got on the Harvester team. He's just been like pushing his riding super hard. So shout out to you, man. You've been killing it, Devin.
yes.
Agreed. And you have a pig.
And dude, he's just got like a good energy. He's hilarious. Like I had so much fun. It was the first time we met at the jam, and like we instantly like kind of clicked. He's just
He's
I
a
don't know,
cool dude.
good dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm stoked for him.
Which I think was a big part of why he got on McNeil as well.
Yeah.
That's a big thing, actually. And I actually kind of want to grab you guys' opinions on this. If you meet a pro and they're like the biggest fucking douchebag, does it kind of turn you off of that brand? For me, it does a little bit because my thing is like,
Yeah.
I get it. People have their days,
Yeah.
but it's always unfortunate when you meet someone who's like a super douche. You know what I mean? Where you're like, God damn,
Yeah.
dude. Like, you're really ruining the perception. And that's a big thing. I always tell people, like, if you want to fucking get sponsored and you want to ride like pro, the biggest thing is you got to have a good personality and you got to want it in a different way. Like, if you're so over the top pushing for it, you know, sponsor me, like, it's not going to work, right?
No.
Well, I mean, you could push, but I know what you mean. Like somebody like what's Zac Gerber?
Yeah.
Obviously, who can't keep a sponsor, but I find him hilarious.
Zach's awesome, man. He's
Like
an
he-
anti-pro. And the thing
Yeah.
about Zach is that he's so lovable because he throws down the biggest shit in BMX.
Yeah.
He like disappears for years on end and then comes back with the craziest fucking edit ever. But he is such an anti-pro. He can't be a pro rider because people don't want to sponsor him. He's just
No.
he ruins images, which is like that's what's good about Zach, man. He fucking kills it. Like
He's funny. Like sometimes, like somebody kind of needs to talk shit.
definitely.
So I think it's funny to see. But like, I've even had an experience, and I'm not gonna say who it was, but I saw a guy at Joyride, and he was trying this crazy line, and I get it, man. We've all been trying lines for like half an hour or whatever, and this little kid had snaked him like 3 or 4 times, and he just like went off on this kid and was like
Damn.
said some pretty gnarly things to him, and I was just like, look, man, like chill out, whatever. And the kid's gotten really good, like really good. And I see his clips on Instagram, and I'm like, that's dope. But I always just have this like kind of feeling like it's almost ruined his riding for me forever.
Oh man, absolutely.
And I mean, he's probably like young at the time. Like I'm sure he's not that guy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like it does kind of ruin it for you a little, right?
Definitely. There's a dude that I'm not going to name, but
Mhm.
he DM'd me a while back, and you know he just had some shit to say. And full on pro rider, man. This guy is well known in the industry, and he was
Ooh.
talking mad shit about like vlogging and you know skateboarding and all this
Yeah.
other shit. And I get it, right? Maybe I just upset him somehow or did something, said something, you know. But
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, and it's kind of ruined my reputation of that guy. And like it sucks because I actually really love the dude's riding, and like I know that a lot of people in the industry love this guy, man. He's a really well-known rider, and it's just such a bummer, you know. Like
Yeah.
it kind of turned me off of him a little bit. And you know, I wish that dude the best. He's got to be like one of the best, and that's fucking sick. But I don't know, it's just kind of turns me off a little bit.
Leaves
you
a
know?
sour taste in your mouth. You don't
Yeah,
really
that's
want
exactly.
sourest.
Yeah,
This-
you could have like one bad like personal experience with somebody, and it could.
That's just
like,
it. I don't think it turns me off. Like your original question was, does it turn you off of the brand?
Right.
It just turns me off of the person.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good way of putting it.
Because they could have 3 or 4 other people on the same team. and
Definitely.
they'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I guess
Like-
when you really think about it too, like I don't really hate the brand that dude is sponsored by. I actually really like that brand, but it does just kind of make me feel like, man, I hope this isn't like a normal thing, because otherwise that's really upsetting that the brand is just, it's almost like selling out in a way. You know what I mean? Where it's like
Yeah.
you're willing to push this guy's riding on Instagram, but like when people meet him, he's kind of a dick, right? Like that's kind of
Yeah,
I
and like
don't know.
maybe the brands don't know what's going on or whatever.
Dude,
like,
absolutely.
You caught the dude on a bad day, but I think like, I mean, I maybe less with like BMX stuff, but like definitely with moto stuff, man. Like when I was first getting like jerseys or gloves or whatever, I didn't know what to get, so I just bought who sponsored my favorite rider.
yeah.
Right, and I think a lot of kids do that with BMX. So if you
Definitely.
have a bad experience with a rider, maybe it won't turn you off the brand. Like if the brand makes a product that you specifically want, but like a lot of the BMX stuff is pretty close, man. So like you might be more likely to buy from another brand.
Definitely.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just wanted to shout out our chat really quick. We got at Brant Moore, the best BMX YouTuber in our chat at the moment. Brant, how you doing? If you're still here and you would like to chat with us tonight, just let me know in the chat and I will send you a phone number that you can call, and you can call in and we'll chat with Brant Moore. And that'd be great.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, we got some other news too. So some other cool local stuff, or some not so cool local stuff. Inflow, one of the most beloved indoor skate parks in all of Canada. It was the first indoor BMX park in Canada. I was going to say
one of the oldest.
It's the oldest BMX park in Canada. It has to relocate by the end of January 2022. So super unfortunate. I know we just found out about that a couple days ago, and it sucks, man. Inflow has so many great memories for everybody, right? And I'm really hoping that Gabe and Will and everybody at Inflow can find a new spot and like keep the flow going. And like, dude, that place has helped people who skate, people who ride BMX, and all those scooter kids, man. Like, it's super unfortunate, and it's something that's like fucking hits close to home, you know? It's literally one of the best places that I've ever rode. The vibe is always really cool there, and it's not the biggest skate park in the world, but Will and Gabe and everybody there always made sure to make it so that things were never just the same, right? They have their couple sections that stay the same, and that's because they've figured them out. But they always tore shit out and built new stuff like every 2 years, and that is awesome.
There's certain sections that have like the base shape of the park. They have to stay the same, but the stuff they can change, they have changed. And it's like the 4 or 5 times I've been there, I've been different every single time. So that's always cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, they change a lot, and I think they've always done good with like the space they had.
Yeah, that's just it.
Sometimes like when it's busy, there's kind of sections and you could ride one thing at a time, but man, when those like late night sessions, especially like when the park was closed and those guys started riding, like you could jump around the whole place, like from here to there to here. Like everything always just was really well built and like a great use of space. And they did some interesting things, like they did standard stuff, like okay, they need a box jump, okay, the little box jump step up or whatever, but they always like maybe took some risks with sections and made kind of like an interesting ramp or something, you know.
Definitely. What I love about Inflow is just the fact that like they literally always had cool shit there, and like you said, whenever the session kind of died down, you could just send shit. Like one of my favorite gaps there is you just go into the street section and you just go as fast as you can at that slant wall. You do a wall ride above it in the rafters, turn around, and you hop into this bank, and you just fly over this huge, like, deck, bank to bank, essentially, into a bank to wall. Like, it's the best feeling, man.
That bank to wall, you can go so fast at.
You can go unlimitedly fast at that. And the roof isn't even that tall. It's like a 20-foot roof, and you get close. Like,
I seen a clip today of Jared... I think it's Jared
Lampton. Yeah.
And he went from quarter to the wall, and he caught his shirt on the rafters and ripped his shirt.
Oh, my God. That kid has always been shredding that quarter to wall, and it's like, it's so cool, but it's not my way, which kind of makes me sad. I should just treat it as if it's trails and have right and left. Yeah, right? That would be sick. But yeah, what's a good memory for you at Inflow? I know you like got like third or something in a contest there, didn't you?
I'm crackling a lot in the fucking microphone, but I don't even remember when it was, but we ended up riding a contest there, and I ended up getting 4th, which is I wasn't expecting it because I was not landing anything, but it was cool. That was the day I met Blair.
That's sick.
And then a couple other people like Malachi.
Yeah, Blair is sick, man. That guy has an episode on the show as well, and he was like close second for our jam that we had a few years ago. That dude just he's unreal, and like honestly, I bet you had I seen the clips from lunchtime when everybody else is eating and this dude is over there shredding like the weirdest stuff, he probably would have took first. But that's the thing, it wasn't a spot, it wasn't like I wasn't there to judge it. So yeah, Father Pig took the win there. Well deserved, by the way. He sent fucking shit down market like all day.
He was so consistent.
Yeah.
To go back to that, Blair did some really cool stuff at every spot. He definitely got some cash too, but
for sure.
Yeah, he definitely won some cash. Actually, I was talking to Caleb earlier today, and this has been kind of a plan for a couple of years, and I've talked about it a little bit, but there's going to be a couple jams next year that I'm going to be hosting. I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to say it, and I hope people fucking harass me about it because I want to make these happen. And I didn't make any happen last year, so I want to make up for that. We're going to be doing a DIY jam. Canadian Swamp Fest, essentially.
That's going to be
We're going to be at my buddy Trash Can's place. We're going to build a bunch of shit.
Yes, dude.
And there's going to be four-wheelers. There's going to be a fucking lake jump or some shit. We'll see. It's going to be gnarly.
I only got a two-wheeler, dude.
Yeah.
Me too, bro.
I want to build some gnarly shit. Like, I would love to see what we could get done.
That'll be so fun. I'm in.
Yeah. Dude, it'll be rad. I'm really excited for it. So, that'll be rad. And then I'm going to do the Street Jam again next year. I'm looking forward to doing Money Talks again. And then potentially a Pro-Am jam at Ride and Rampco that I'll be live streaming the entire event. So that'll be
cool.
rad.
That'll be really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that. So we just got to figure things out. Hopefully the ramp is done by then, and maybe not pro, but it might be like a good am jam essentially. I was also thinking maybe like invitational. That would be kind of cool. Just get the best of the best in Ontario, have them all there, live stream the whole thing. That could be really cool. But I want to give everybody the chance to ride there too, right? Because it is a crazy fucking ramp, and I know Jordan's totally cool with it. We're gonna have to get everybody to sign waivers for sure. Like, yeah, that ramp is fucking gnarly, dude. It's literally probably the best backyard ramp in Canada. Like, it is unreal. It's 45 minutes from here.
I still haven't been there, and it's 35 minutes.
It's
from my
so
place.
close to your fucking house, and you haven't been there.
I know.
Well, bro, you know me, man. I don't touch ramps. So
Yeah.
I'll be over in the corner taking pictures.
I love it. You'll be able to climb the tree that fucking he has built a ramp over.
Perfect.
He needs to build Chris like a photographer's treehouse.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Shoot at the windows.
That'd be sick.
Oh God!
Bless
Sorry,
you.
guys.
It's
Bless
okay.
you.
Oh my God!
Bless
a third
you.
one.
See, this is what's happening, guys. I'm allergic to podcasting all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
That's why he never does them anymore.
That's the thing, right? We're hoping to do twice a month, so we'll keep up with that. I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about today, or not about today, but I wanted to talk today about 2021 and what we're all stoked on, and we're going to treat this as kind of a wrap up as well. So we did quite a bit this year. Like, we went on a trip, all three of us, to Montreal, and that was pretty friggin' sick.
Yeah.
And then you took a lot of really wild photos this year, not just at Montreal, but a bunch of other really cool photos.
Yeah, I got some chances. It was really fun. So
Yeah. You got fucking married this year. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
that's a whole thing, huh?
Yeah, that's a whole lot of thing. But yeah, so let's start with I guess I'll start. One of my favorite moments from 2021 was and this is just so, like, I don't know why this is one of my favorite moments, but it's when we were in Montreal. Bailey's building up his frame, and he's all pissy. He's all upset because he can't fucking bang out his bearings on our Airbnb floor, and I'm flipping out at him. God. And then I get the idea where I'm like, he's had enough beer that I think he'll do this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, you got to christen your old frame. When you're, like, ripping it apart, once it's completely empty of all the parts, we're going to make you fucking shotgun a Twisted Tea through it.
That was
switch to this
funny,
camera
dude.
real quick.
It's so good, man.
Yeah.
Chris, that was such a great photo. I'm gonna get that
Thank
printed
you.
out legitimately.
I
It's
wish
one
you
of my
could
favorite
like
photos.
see the tea a little more, but man, that was
Yeah.
so funny. And it's funny, like when it took so long, like for it to get to him, and then it all came at once, and then he just spits it all out on.
Dude, oh man, the way that must have tasted, like old bearing grease and like
That's the first
shards
thing he
of
said.
metal.
He's like,
and
oh,
shit.
it tastes like metal, dude. There's probably so much dust and like dirt in
Yeah.
there and stuff.
I
It
can't
was
believe
so
he did
funny,
it.
though.
I'm like, it's
I
Bailey,
can.
so it's
Dude,
pretty wild though. I love it.
He was a couple teas deep at that point.
He was
so-
definitely a couple teas deep. He was like binge drinking teas that whole week. He
Yeah.
fucking killed
for
it though.
sure.
Like, out
He
of everybody
did.
on the everybody on the trip, he fucking went the hardest, 100%.
He did one of the scariest things, at least like top 5 scariest things I've ever seen done in my life.
Yeah, that rail
So,
hop.
That was
That was
stressful.
a
Yeah.
big rail hop.
Yeah.
It's pretty gnarly. Like, in person, It's pretty fucking wild. I thought about it for a minute, but I wanted to film it, but I wanted to train him and do it with him.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, dude, if he fucking eats it or if I eat it, I don't want to do it again.
No.
So
it's one of those spots where like you look at it and you're like, yeah, all I have to do is hop this rail. But at the same time, you're like, dude, I do not want to hit the ground from this high.
yeah.
No, it's definitely one of those
good,
things
like,
that video and photos do not do it justice.
Yeah.
'cause
No.
it is huge.
It is very large. He really killed it though, man. And like that was by far one of the biggest highlights was just riding with him all week. I know you said it when we were there. You're like, we can't fucking go anywhere because the second that he sees anything, he is out of the car, he's there, he's riding it, and
Yeah.
we're like, this isn't even the spot. Like,
Bro, chill. Like,
yeah.
There's 3 more rails like that we're gonna see in the next week. You're good.
He's another person, I think, in Ontario that 2021, like top 5 rider in Ontario, Bailey for sure, dude. He went fucking hard. Like, I know I'm a little biased, but dude, he went hard.
It was cool, man. Like I'd never, maybe I'd ridden with him once. I think I saw him at the jam.
You
but,
saw him
like,
at the
You
jam.
went.
He was at Money Talks, but I don't know if he rode
No,
that much.
What the fucking trip was it? The trip we went to
Oh,
Tilsonburg.
yeah.
Skate park roulette, yeah.
So yeah, I did him, and then on that trip. But I think in Montreal he had like progressed so much.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the things he'd like like he did that like 180 crook, 180 back or whatever.
Yeah, on the
And
little,
I was like,
the
oh,
little
like
rails there.
maybe this.
I was
dude,
too drunk to ride
maybe
that
this
day.
dude has this trick or whatever. And but like the one he pulled was so good, and like stuff like that rail hop, like I don't know, maybe the reason like I was so stressed because I was like, dude, I don't know if this dude has this. Like I don't really know this dude.
Yeah.
But
Dude.
he laced it, man. Some of his stuff is like a little sketchy, but some of the stuff he did was like
That whole trip
clean.
was like everything I could have fucking asked for.
The Laval ledge clip where he does the feeble hard 180 and then cabs out, and the way
Oh
that
my
he
God.
cabs, his front wheel literally hits a curb and
Yeah.
just barely bounces over. Like
I don't know how he hung on to that. Like
Yeah, he's just so good. That's what it is.
yeah. Yeah, or he was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's killing it. He's unreal, man. I love Bailey. That kid kills it. That I don't know why, but that photo and that memory of just like him fucking shotgunning this twisted T through a frame, and you got friggin' Mary Lou Who across the street.
Oh my God.
Dude,
yeah.
Mary Lou Who. There was this old lady that the whole week she just sat in front of her house on her
Yeah.
front yard. It's like a 3-lane straight, like, you know, one-way street where people are driving fast, and she's just sitting there staring at our Airbnb for the entire week. And everybody was getting kind of annoyed, but also like we were having so much fun, just like, hey, how's it going, Mary Lou Who? Just like,
Yeah, so some of the guys are getting more heated, but like, dude, she's just an old lady sitting on her porch. Like, she probably just thinks we're idiots.
yeah. She was loving it. It's free entertainment, right?
Yeah, maybe it was. Who knows? But
I just love that he's there, like shotgunning this twisted T, and then he's spitting it on the ground. He's freaking out,
Dude, I have this
like a delivery guy walking by.
I have this video on my phone because I have like all the Montreal clips to save to one folder.
Right.
It's a video of Bailey out in the rain building his new frame up. Because you're like, no, don't bash your bearings into your frame in the middle of the living room. So Mary Lou, who is out watering her plants across the street in the rain for some fucking reason, and Bailey's on the sidewalk bashing his bottom bracket into his
my
frame. It's just so funny.
Oh man, that's
that
so
was
good.
funny. That was a good time.
Definitely. What's up, David? Thanks for joining the chat. Aiden, how's it going, my dude? Yeah, if you guys have anything you want us to talk about, or if you have a moment that you're really stoked on in 2021, let me know in the chat, and I'll either read it out or I'll give you the phone number to call, and you can hop on the air with us.
One thing I was thinking of today, like if we're doing a 2021 wrap up, when did Mikey fuck off to the Dominican? Was that last year or this year?
No, that was this year.
So we did the skate park roulette trip with him to
Yeah,
Uxbridge.
I don't think I went.
I
to
don't
that
think
one,
you were
no.
on it, but
Yeah, that was a good
that
trip,
was a
though.
good trip.
Yeah, that was.
I don't even. It was Uxbridge.
It was Uxbridge.
Shit, what
What was the park that the roulette park was Richmond Green, wasn't it?
Yes, that was it. Okay.
Yeah, Richmond Green,
So we did-
Markham,
We
Uxbridge.
did Markham and then
then
Richmond
Orangeville.
Green. Yeah.
We were supposed to stop at
Lake Wilcox.
Lake Wilcox. We stopped, and the park was just fucking packed, man. There was literally, I'm not exaggerating, there was probably 200 people at this skate park, and there was actually a couple people there who knew me, but they didn't speak up until afterwards. They literally text me after. They're like, man. Was that you? I'm like, yeah, that was me. Like, you should have said hello. I would have given you some stickers or something. Like, sorry, dude.
Hung out for a little bit.
Yeah, I felt like such a fucking douche too, because we did not bring our bikes into the park. We did the full-on pro walk where we walked in, checked out the park. We're like, yeah, I could probably loop that over there. You know, do a flip 720 over there. There's too many kids here, man. I'm not gonna hang out. Sorry, dude.
No, it was like the most packed I've ever seen an outdoor skate park.
Yeah, it was gnarly. Like,
it's hard to film too. Like, especially you know, you don't always have to film, but like that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
so,
we were trying to do the skate park roulette
right.
trip video type deal.
So sometimes you got to pass.
Yeah, we ended up going out to Uxbridge instead, and that park is always sick. And they had just put in the pump track like a year beforehand, so it's really, really fun. But there's a couple old dudes there that were really stoked on us, and they were just having a ton of fun. They loved my caveman frame.
I love that we went there instead.
Probably.
Because we just hung out and talked for a while and just met some new people. That's like the best thing.
That park was also packed, but it was a lot of kids in the pump track, which is like unfortunate because I wanted to ride the pump track. But like, what do? You know?
Yeah.
It was still good.
It's tough. But
your legs were jello after a lap anyways.
Oh, I know.
It was gnarly.
I'm so out of shape.
I love it.
You get like, dude, you mess around on the flat rail a bit, and then you hit a lap on the pump track, and you're like, oh, dude, I'm cooked.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
You're going so fast, though. So freaking fast.
No. It's been a good year. Good year of riding, man. We did some interesting stuff.
Love it, yeah.
No, skate park roulette I did last year, but...
Yeah, did you just went on the one...
You went on the last one.
It was in October, yeah.
Last one in 2020.
Nah, man, I haven't been riding like a ton, but...
We got some clips this year.
Yeah.
I still have to send you those. I'm terrible at sending clips to people.
Whatever, dude. It's probably going to take me another 2 years to get enough clips to try to...
Edit them out.
No, I'm not filming an edit. Don't tell anyone. That's a secret. Don't tell.
Well, I'll tell you guys right now because I keep mentioning it. I am filming an edit, and I have 4 clips stacked. So there we go.
Stacked 4, dude. Heavy.
I know. I have another one that I might use, but I did use it in a skate park roulette, or not a skate park roulette video, but it's a different video. But it didn't get that many views, and it's actually a really good line at a really unique spot. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll do it, or I'll just go back and refilm it and do something else. So.
Oh man, it's been cool. Riding like changed a lot. I mean, doing these trips like the skate park roulette last year and like this trip, it's kind of, I don't know.
Those the past like 2 or 3 years, those have been the highlight of my
it's been fun. Year. I feel like riding like got a lot less serious for me at one point, and you can almost get like kind of burnt out on it.
Definitely.
Especially like, I don't know, man, when you get older and like I can't do some of the stuff I used to be able to do.
Oh, same here.
Like I can't do, I can't pop as high, and I mean, maybe I get in better shape and figure it out, but... And then doing these trips, like, riding can get like, really fun and just, like, have fun with the boys, go to a skate park and just do whatever, a couple peg jinks or some dumb stuff, and...
That's exactly what I'm focusing on nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, just go and have a good time with your buddies.
And you can still, like, constantly progress. Like, you don't have to be doing... That's crazy hard stuff. Like, man, I could just do tire taps with like an extra 90 in there or something.
Yeah, like
like fun balance tricks, things like that.
I will be feeling washed up for a while, and then I'll go and actually learn something new for the first time in 8 months. I was like, holy shit! Like, you can still learn stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I like learned a trick. But
dude,
yeah, I feel it. Like,
I learned tire slides this year, and that's one that like I don't know why. But it's one of those tricks that, like, just always wasn't really in my mind. Never really thought about it too much. And it has become one of my favorite tricks to do. We were riding my buddy's bowl in his barn, and it's got pool coping.
Oh, wow.
It's like a full-on skate bowl, 6 foot, like, really, really cool. And, dude, tire sliding that thing, it's fucking great, dude. It's so scary, good.
Dude, I don't mess with that, but...
No.
I think you would love that place.
Probably. I always joke like I don't like riding ramps and stuff, which I do. I mean, riding anything's fun. But like, dude, give me something with like sketchy transitions, I'm in. The more it sucks, the more I want to ride it.
You rode that freaking rock at P45.
Yeah, exactly. The worse your quarter pipe, the more I want to ride it. So
definitely.
Anyone's got sketchy transitions, I'm down.
Go to Grand Bend and ride their 4-foot oververt quarter pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing would be
Yeah.
incredible.
Dude, Point Claire. Dude, we went to Montreal. I barely touched the quarter pipe the whole trip. Point Claire, they had those like Jersey barrier
Yeah,
corners.
the weird
You
wall
fucking
things.
killed that park,
all
dude.
over it. Dude, that was my park.
That was definitely your park.
That was top 3 parks I rode in 2020.
I was having
Absolutely.
a good day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how Montreal is so different. It's only like 6 hours from here, but the skate parks and the regulations and insurance is so different where they just don't really give a shit. Like
Mhm.
Point Claire, it makes zero sense that that park is where it is and that it's that good. Like it's a like
Dude.
really expensive area,
Yeah.
but like it's pretty much at a school. Like why is there a 15,
Mhm.
16 foot tall oververt pill like
I thought that
section?
was, like the
at a
building right
fucking-
beside it.
Yeah, what is that?
It's like a
I-
community
yeah, I was
center.
gonna say it's a
community center.
Like
There's
a
a school
YMCA
across
kinda.
the street.
Yeah,
though.
like a school.
Yeah,
that was
there's
a
a school
nice
across
like
the street.
suburban neighborhood, and there's
Yeah.
just like a 16-foot
crazy-
oververt bowl just chilling.
Yeah, and dude, it's funny that the rest of that bowl is like 5 foot. Like the tallest section that
Yeah,
not the
5,
vert
6
wall
foot.
or that like pill section is
Yeah.
literally 5 foot,
Is it
6 foot.
Yeah,
I think it was 6
but-
with pool coping, and like
Mm-hmm.
that is so weird. The rest of it was like 4 or 5 feet. It was honestly hard to get the speed for that because you're carving in these tiny corners. Like
Yeah.
it was a
think
lot of fun though.
The cool thing that I found was that park itself is not a very large like area.
The footprint of it is
The
not
footprint
huge.
of it is not huge, but they made such good use of what they had that they had such
Mm-hmm.
variety.
I really like that like little half pipe. I mean, for bikes it was whatever. We
Dude,
messed
I
it.
like
But
was
for
kicking myself that I
skaters-
didn't have my board.
Yeah, it was like a 2-foot half pipe, and then the street section was dope too. Like it had some interesting features, but you get a lot of parks now that kind of have these like training facility vibes.
Yeah.
But you almost need it. Like you have an outledge that you can hit from both sides. You have a rail that you can hit from both sides. Like it always sucks when your local park has a handrail, but you can only hit it like from the left or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean I love that park. It was really good. And then aside from like the standard features like an A-frame with a rail or whatever, they kind of made it interesting with those like sketchy quarters and like some
Yeah, and even like the
Transitions
A-frame,
and
like you
stuff,
say,
yeah.
it's like an A-frame, but they had a gap in the middle.
even just something like a gap, you know.
They had like a 1 foot gap in the middle of the A-frame, so
Yeah.
it wasn't really. It was an A-frame, but not an A-frame.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm just pulling up footage from the Point Claire because it's such a good park that I want people to see it. Like, it's
Mhm.
wild. You killed it. Like that was your park,
Thank you.
dude. Honestly.
I was feeling it that
Point
day.
Chris.
Yeah.
Which was funny because it was so sunny I could like barely see. I'm wearing like sunglasses in half the clips.
I remember falling on my back
Yeah.
without a shirt on, and I left a sweat print
Oh
on
yeah,
the skate park. It was like, that was probably the hottest day we were there.
it was gnarly, and it was like noon.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah, was that at Point Claire?
yeah.
Yeah. That was the hottest day that we were there, and we started at like 9 a.m. Like I made everybody get their ass out of bed at fucking
Yeah.
6 or 7 because I was like, I want to go and ride this park. I want to try and loop this fucking thing. I want to get a good photo.
Cam was set on looping
I was
that.
fully set on looping it, and I got as upside
Yeah.
down as I could. I have a photo. It's my screensaver on here, and it's fucking sick. I'm upside down.
Yeah.
Jesse definitely fucking beat me, but that's okay.
And
That's Jesse.
Almost fell out of it.
Yeah, he almost died. That's the thing. I saw
Yeah.
that, and I'm like, I was a little upset because I was like, fuck, I really wanted
It
to get
was-
a better photo than that, but
it was
I don't want to
different,
die.
man. Like you guys were both carving it like really good, and then the one Jesse just went on like a different angle and just went straight.
Yeah.
And like his front
Oh,
tire got
man.
super light when he was upside down. I remember like looking through the camera, and I like snapped the photo, and like the viewfinder goes black for a second, and then he was kind of like fall, and then just like rode out. I was
Oh
like,
Yeah.
my goodness.
and instantly he was like, "No, dude, I'm done."
Yeah, he
He's
did
like, "I'm not
touch
doing that again."
Yeah.
I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty wild. Like how often you
That
get to
was
ride one of
sick.
those. There's another park that has one in Montreal that I wanted to go and try because apparently that one is like it is the perfect. It's the loop training facility. Like
Oh, yeah.
you go in and it's got unlimited run up into this thing. The quarters beside it are huge. Like
Get a good
you
carve,
can
yeah.
literally just carve up and loop it
Yeah.
easily. Like it's not that hard apparently. But yeah, that Point Claire Park is like. It's different,
is
man.
big.
I don't know how much they spent on that. I would assume 1.5 mil,
Mhm.
but like that is the best park that I've ever ridden. Like the Vans Park was really cool. I'll admit that like I had a lot of fun there. Not my favorite by any
No,
means. Point
me
Claire was
neither.
just like
It was
the
unique,
use of space.
and yeah,
Yeah,
and I think we all just had a great time too.
definitely.
Yeah,
Here,
really.
I'll play some footage of Chris here from
Getting
Point
misted.
Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did that nollie 180 fakie pegs,
Yeah.
which is weird because like I'd never think to try that trick, but the setup was like literally designed for it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like, I was joking with everybody. I'm like, it would be insane to go up the vert wall to bash guard stall and over.
Yeah, sprocket over like
Yeah.
a 20-foot tall vert wall or whatever.
Yeah.
There's that little 2-foot half pipe.
That half pipe is actually really sick. This I
This
love.
is cool.
I love that you actually put that in the video because that's just like a joke
Dude.
trick, but I love doing it.
Jesse killed that little up to
Yeah.
flat section.
This next one right here, how the fuck?
Yeah.
He just
That was
can
a
do
Switch
that
270.
man. He can just do that.
I
That was
wanted to
sick,
try
too.
and grind around that corner on that rail, but
I know.
I never did. It was too fucking hot, man, honestly. Like,
It was like mid 30s.
I think that was the hottest day this year,
Yeah.
and it was like aggressively hot. Like,
Yeah,
I got burnt
Dude.
for sure.
yeah,
it was crispy.
it was definitely pretty fucking crispy. Yeah, but there was some other local stuff I wanted to chat about. A good friend of ours, Josh, aka Zooming on Instagram.
Shout out Josh.
Yeah,
That kid's awesome.
He's been killing it. He put in a lot of work towards a video. So, Caleb and I have watched it. We were eating Chinese food. It was a pretty good
Mhm.
video, but you have not seen it yet.
No,
so
I'm excited.
let's
man.
check this out. And, shout out
Is-
to Josh. He killed it, man. Good job.
Is he in it? Like, does he ride in it?
There's a couple clips of him.
Is
You
he
know,
riding
those-
BMX still? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember, no, he used to be a scooter kid.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm not talking shit. I've seen that kid grow up from like, I don't even know if he used to skate. He used to skate like way back in the day. I think he hung out with like the Hesher twins.
Right.
But man, I feel like I've seen him around for years. And then he got into scootering, and he always had a dope style on scooters, doing like cool foot plants and like little lip slides and stuff. And then him and Johnny like were really pushing it.
Yeah. Him and Johnny always
Yeah.
get together and just fucking go off.
Well, it just reminds me of like when I was young, man. Like you and your buddy always at the park and like getting clips and always filming and like I don't know.
Definitely.
Now that I'm old and washed up, it's like you kind of get to live through them again. You're like, oh yeah, they're at Riverside every day, you know.
Absolutely,
And,
right?
Always learning and like progressing and pushing each other. So
Yeah, those kids have been killing it. All the Cambridge riders have always been like top tier compared to Kitchener. We just fucking
You just grind
get drunk.
crusty ledges and do a feeble or something.
We ride more street. I will say that we ride a lot more
Yeah,
street than all the
yeah.
Cambridge dudes. But because we ride street and drink fucking tall cans all day, we our progression is very slow.
it's funny. It is different though. Like it really is different.
Yeah.
But
I mean, when you have a nice bowl and a dirt jump track,
yeah. Oh.
So that clip of Johnny, he got a clip on that. I'm not gonna say it because I don't know if he's using it for something else, but it's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the video is called the Young Bucks video.
I think I've
Sorry,
seen
there's
it.
gonna be some slowdown, I would assume, because I'm streaming this too. This dude, his name's Cam as well, and he kills it.
Is he from Cambridge or what?
I think so, yeah.
is
I
he
think
part
I
of that
recognize
rowdy
him.
crew?
Maybe.
Rowdy BMX crew?
Yeah. For all the Cambridge dudes, I'm sorry, man, if I don't recognize you guys or whatever. I'm off Instagram and all that, but
Yeah, you know the
Yeah.
main guys, Johnny, Josh.
yeah, a lot of the
Cam.
kids, man, I'm like, I probably met that kid at the skate park a bunch
There's
of
Josh.
times, and like, I feel bad that I don't remember them, but
Yeah, what
yeah,
do you
that's
do?
Dope. And that spot, man, that spot's been around forever, and everyone rides the three stair. But I feel like people have done stuff before, but like Josh and Johnny kind of like made that outledge like a spot again. I went there and rode it because I saw them riding it on Instagram.
That's
yeah.
sick. They love that ledge there with the banks beside it.
Yeah, and the same thing, like, man, me and Kyle Costigan went and hit that. He's filmed some stuff on it, too. Like, I don't know if he did it because of Johnny or whatnot, but,
Right.
yeah, it's really cool to see, like, kids riding in your city.
It's also cool to see the use of spots and how it's different from, like, the spots that I would typically film and ride at.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know,
exactly.
some of the stuff, I'll be honest, I think I would have taken out of Space Goats, but it's a
Mhm.
different project, and this is Josh's thing, right? And, like, the
Mhm.
riding is their crew, and I love it. Like, that there, I have rode that spot once, and I was like, this is stupid, but he fucking bump jumped to it, and that's sick. Like,
Mhm.
yeah,
I mean, everyone looks at spots differently, which is cool.
absolutely.
Man, I remember, like, even when the COVID started and they were, like, the skate parks were kind of shut down, there's a local scooter kid, Kieran, what's his name, Kieran Shepherd or something.
Dude,
I
that
think.
kid is fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
He started riding street because like he had to, And
Yeah.
I just watched him start picking off handrails that like I had looked at and I was like, oh, the run up's too short, you can't do it. But he rides a scooter.
Yeah, so the
he
run
just
up
started-
is good.
He just started picking off spots that I'd had looked at for like the last 10, 12 years.
Yeah,
It was super sick.
That's cool.
So it's the same kind of thing to watch these like kids.
definitely. Yeah, no music because I don't want it to get it copyrighted. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it's pretty dope video. I mean, the only thing I don't like is slow-mo, and everybody knows that. And there's quite a bit of it, so, you know. But that's kind of the vibe they were going for, and I get that, you know. That's their whole image, so
That's
props to
dope.
them.
I know
and
where that is.
Dude,
Yeah,
Josh has
that's
some really
hilarious.
creative, like,
use of
Yeah.
spots
use
and
of
whatnot.
spots.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's something. There's the same thing when he was like riding a scooter. He always had like kind of unique style. So
Yeah. Johnny kills it, man. That
Yeah,
kid
man.
is so good.
yeah, like do you know how many times I've ridden that spot and never in my life would be like, I'm gonna do a foot plant peg chink up
Yeah.
and then another like 180 peg chink down.
Oh, man. How's the live chat doing? I can't see it at the moment,
That's-
so.
Pretty dead, not gonna lie.
No, that's all good, man. I get it. But yeah, these guys are killing it. Like this rail here, the Eagle Street rail,
Mhm.
Johnny icing that is pretty sweet. He has another
Mhm.
clip on it that I don't think he's sharing quite yet, but
Yeah. I think Braden's already done everything, but
yeah, Braden killed that rail, man.
like more than probably 5-6 years ago.
This is another spot that I was kind of like, huh, I can't believe they rode that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool. This is another one that, like, I never think of. I've filmed clips there before. Like, Eric did a feeble 180 backwards feeble Indian out, I think, on that rail.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, like, I don't know, or that ledge, sorry,
Ledge.
but we never really, like, ride there just because it's one of the spots that we always get booted from or the traffic or it's just
Mhm.
something that, like, I don't know, nobody's that interested in, I guess. But it's sick to see these guys killing it.
Dude, I like this dude with the. Is that John? No.
This is Damien or
This-
Damon. Do you
This
know
kid
Damon?
reminds me like 2008 BMX. Like, there's no way he could even been like alive when that stuff was going off. He
Dude.
looks straight out of 2008.
His fucking forks are so goddamn bent. Like
Yeah.
the last time I saw him, he was riding Riverside doing these big transfers in the bowl, and I was nervous that his forks were gonna break. Man.
Dude, they're
I've been there.
directors. He's from 2008. They're directors. Look at him, dude. He's got the cassette. He's
He
got the
does.
kind of like the steez, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's another one. This G spot is really cool. That's what they call it, the G spot.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. That's another spot that I was like, I never would have thought of that. And I know where that is. It's not even far from here.
I wonder if like sometimes we look at something and be like, no, like that's not cool enough, or like maybe like I don't know, and something where they would just be like, maybe they're more, I don't know,
No, I get what you're
not
saying.
old and salty or whatever, but
Yeah.
they would just do something that we would never do, or maybe because they grew up in like a different friend group, you know, your buddies you kind of ride with. There's certain things where like, yeah, there's no rules, but there's kind of rules.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when we were filming, we went so hard in the paint, just like wanting to get clip after clip after clip, and like we all had almost like a notebook of clips that we wanted, that we didn't really get too many of the sessions that these guys are getting, right? Where like I don't know how many times they went out and filmed by themselves, or like they went out with one person, but
Yeah.
it seems like this is really a crew video, right? Nobody has a video part in this. It's all one video with all the clips. And I love that. That was one of my favorite things about the Bonjour mixtape this year, was just that like
That's sick.
it was cool to have everybody's clips in one, right? I put everybody's clips separate and we just kind of go from there. So
I think, man, they're just kind of like out riding, just doing their thing, right?
definitely.
Like I said, like they're young kids. They're just out riding all the time. So
Yeah, it surprises me how often Johnny and Damon and everybody else rides. I'm like, it's December and there's like snow on the ground
Wow.
some days. We live in Ontario.
yeah, I remember riding in the winter on.
Even
Oh.
this, they're riding
This
a gravel
is a spot.
road.
I'm like, this is a spot, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. Like they're just.
No, I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
But we've all done that. Like
That's the
we would
thing.
never film it and put in a video, but we've all done it. So like, why
It's
not?
super relatable in that way. Oh man, these guys
Whoa.
kill it. Is that my phone or
No,
yours?
that was me.
All good. Johnny, that dude kills it.
Yeah.
The fucking slow-mo is so ridiculous. This is not my
That's a
computer
little
lagging
slow,
up
Josh.
right
That's
now.
a little slow. But like, dude, that's fun too. We've all done that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look at his fucking foot. It's like
Yeah.
fully sideways.
It's probably better with the music.
Yeah,
Something.
definitely. This is a good video though. Go and check it out, guys. It's called Young Bucks. The S on the end is clearly the money sign, by the way. Has to be.
Shit,
how
I
you know.
spelt it wrong.
That's how you know it's legit.
Yeah, but it's pretty sweet. There's still about 5 more minutes, so I'll let you guys go and find that on your own. It's a great video. Go and check it out. Go and hit the like button for Josh and go subscribe, because honestly, those dudes are killing it, and it's really sick to see younger kids out there doing what I was doing, 5 years ago, and doing what Chris was doing like 7 years ago.
Dude,
like,
I remember when I found that spot in, like, I don't know how old. I must have been like 16 or 17. It's been over 10 years, and they're still riding the same spots.
yeah, it's
So,
cool to
it's-
see
yeah.
the same spots,
It's
different
almost like
riders,
there's
different
levels.
tricks.
Like, you find these spots, you do tricks there, and then you unlock another spot,
Yeah.
and you do tricks there for the next couple of years, and then you find the best spots.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Or maybe, like, you always knew, but you just, like, couldn't. You look at stuff different, but...
Oh man. So, I was thinking it'd be really cool to talk about something that Chris brought today. So Chris wanted to chat a little bit about the USL Game of Bike series, and these are actually really cool, and everything that USL is doing is really sick.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
good for those guys, So yeah, why don't you give us an intro here? Tell us what these Game of Bike series are. Tell us a little bit about USL and everything that they've been doing.
Damn, bro, I don't know much about, like, USL. I just know they've been killing it on YouTube for at least the last year. They've been doing, like, they did another Game of Bike series, like that rooftop Game of Bike, just flat ground stuff. They've done those, like, blow up the park series or whatever, where I don't know what the deal is, but they do, like, each rider has a video part at the same skate park, and then they put them all out, and I don't know if they're giving away money or what's the deal, but they're making awesome content. I definitely, like you said, I back everything they're doing. It's really cool stuff, and they're bringing in, like, some local kids. There's always, like, a couple locals, and I don't know if that's because they can't, like, line up 20 pros to go play bike at a skate park or on whatever day. But yeah, I think they're doing cool shit.
Dude, they're really killing it. I love it. The Blow Up the Park series, there's a clip of Hobie Doan doing a gap to Smith at Austin.
Yeah.
House park?
Yeah, the house park. And, like, the
Yeah.
gap is ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
like 25, 30 foot gap to Smith. And, like, I've done a gap to Smith that was from a ledge to another ledge with a 6 foot gap in between. And that was one of the scariest things I've ever done.
Dude,
like,
not a
legitimately.
chance.
Like, and it's not even that crazy, but, like, to go out of a bank at full speed and just be like, yeah, I'm going to put my front wheel down. I'm like, no fucking thank you, dude.
I'm going to put my weight forward and hope I don't flip over the bars.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
eat
gnarly.
the ledge or eat my crossbar. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great, like, series of the at House Park. I think Chase won that, obviously.
Yeah.
Dude, by the way,
fair.
Chase Hawk with brakes,
He's killing it.
that
man.
is the best Chase Hawk. That, in my opinion, Chase Hawk is finally at his final form. It's
Yeah,
great.
exactly. He's reached the final level, and he's just killing it. So
His power level is over 9,000.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the Game of Bike series, obviously my favorite episode, and I think it was yours as well, was Denham Cox versus Ethan.
Yeah.
And for anybody who doesn't know,
Exactly.
those dudes are so close. Like, they're literally,
Good homies.
they hang out
Yeah.
all the time. When we had Denham on the show, Ethan just, like, hopped on the phone real quick for, like, 5 minutes, and we just chatted, and then I think the next episode was with Ethan, but it was either with Ethan or Sauce, but I had, like, all 4 of those dudes, Ethan, Denham, Sauce, and Eddie in a row, and it was such a great, those were literally some of my favorite podcasts, were those ones.
Those are funny. I listen to all those.
Yeah.
And
I love it because those dudes are, like, they're, SoCal. They're fucking California dudes
Yeah.
who don't give a shit. They're just,
Yeah.
they're willing to throw whatever out and talk about it, like, Denham told us about him having a threesome in the Epic BMX bus.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
literally, they took the van and
Yeah.
he fucking There's a clip of him going in there with 2 girls in this video, and then like a clip of him coming out half an hour later with these 2 girls. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude, that dude's wild.
Check out what Brant's saying in the live chat. You would know more about it than I do.
What's up, Brant?
Castro used to film and edit BMX videos, started working with the brands, bring content featuring big name pros and up and coming riders together. Yeah, dude. That you are correct. It is Francis who does USL.
And I don't know if Sauce is usually in the videos. I don't know.
He makes the best referee. I love seeing Sauce there.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, like if you really think about it, I believe it's the Monster Mash video, which has like all those dudes as up and comers. They're not sponsored yet. It's funny to see how majority of the dudes in that video are all pro. Like,
oh yeah,
they're big names now, which is really sick.
Yeah.
There was a clip. I cannot remember if it's like Ethan who said it, but somebody from that crew is like, we ain't stopping until everybody's got a pro model frame. Yeah. And they're literally almost there.
They do,
like,
yeah. They all blew up, man. Like Francis and Sauce, and they all did their own thing or whatever, but yeah, they all made it.
Definitely. Yeah. And super cool to see those dudes just killing it, you know?
Coming back to like well, maybe not coming back to BMX, but like doing another BMX thing with USL.
Absolutely.
Super cool. And I don't know, man. I don't know who's watching, but you guys definitely remember the old Vital games of bike.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude.
Is it? So like, I haven't seen any of these USL games of bike. Is it similar to the Vital ones?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Like they're all just at a skate park and they're just playing games of bike, and there's a couple rounds.
So it's kind of like elimination type deal. Cool.
Yeah, there's a couple rounds. You have to win like 3 or 4 games to get to the final or whatever.
Sweet.
Dude, the Vital game of the bike, Trey Jones versus Logan Martin.
Yeah.
Did that not happen? I believe it happened.
I think so.
Yeah.
But
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it just kind of was like, I don't know. It's cool to see that because like when I was young and really into riding, like that kind of came out. So it was just like a reminder, I guess. But they were great, man. That Denim versus Ethan game, that was one of my favorite games of bike like I've seen. It was so funny. There was so many things. Like I think Denim might have landed 2 tricks, maybe. Like even the one
he did the gnarly gap to pocket wall, and I'm like, holy shit! It's on a fence, like
pocket wall ride on a.
I'm gonna have to go watch
straight fence.
Yeah,
dude, it got to, like he's out of control, man. Like one of the tricks he called is like he's like, I'm just gonna do a switch hanger 180 on this up ledge or whatever, and they're like, I don't think he's ever even done this trick in his life. And he does it, and then he half cabs into a bike and then crashes and lands like on his shoulder, still holding onto the bars. He's like, yeah, I tried, does that count? Whatever. And then
I like that they didn't take it too seriously. They're like, yeah, that counts.
No,
we'll take that.
They're homies, they're just like whatever. Right? And Ethan's so good. He can do every trick. He's one of those guys who has like, he can switch 180 bar, or he can switch truck.
Dude, the guy can hop whip and switch whip. Like hop. Like
he has every trick. Like he just be like, oh, I'm just gonna overcrook this rail. Like, there's always people who have gaps, but he has like all the tricks. And Denim doesn't have maybe all the tricks, but he has all the balls.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it gets to the point where like Denim's just calling out sets for Ethan. Like the one he's like, dude, set a switch bar over the A-frame rail. And I'm like, can Denim Cox do switch bars? Like, and of course, Ethan does it perfect. And Denim comes in full speed and like doesn't even wait for the like the camera almost misses him because like he doesn't care and just chucks this switch bar and like maybe catches one hand and just like eats shit from like 6 feet in the air. Gets smoked, comes up laughing, and then like next thing you know, he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna send this wall ride or whatever. Like keeps calling Ethan's tricks. He's like, dude, do a switch whip. I'm like, Denim can't do a switch whip. What are you doing? Like they're just having the most fun.
I love that, man.
Yeah,
that's really sick. I'm honestly really stoked on everything USL is doing, and go check them out. You know what I haven't heard much about lately that I'm a little upset about?
What's that?
The dude who was live streaming those events. There was not the USL events.
Man,
dude, I can't even remember his fucking
bad,
name, and I feel bad.
They did all that stuff.
They did it for like 2020, and then he just kind of dropped off.
Dude, they had like a contest in a parking lot, like on a curb, like a.
They
slanted
did, yeah.
That was sick, and they did that live stream at Dennis's.
Yeah. Oh my god, man! I gotta figure this out. I feel so bad, Brant. You're a knowledgeable BMX person.
Yeah.
Try to be.
And then, dude, what
Tell
else
us.
did they do? He did the, I don't know if it was like the guy did the live streaming for Scotty's
Yep.
bike with Morgan Wade.
Yeah.
So, man, whatever that,
I feel so bad, man. I cannot. I know that they had like King of the
King of the Backyard.
Yeah, King of the Backyard,
At
King of the
Dennis's house.
Streets, and then
Mhm.
King of the 4 Block. I cannot remember that dude. Breakless TV, that's what it was.
Breakless
Breakless TV.
TV.
I fucking knew it. There we
Brant-
go.
I was
Brant
looking it
already
up.
got it.
Oh, god damn it.
Thank you, Brant. He knows everything.
I promise you, Brant, I thought of it myself. I did need your help, but I did not see it.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that's sick. I don't know. Yeah, he kind of fell off. Well, I don't want to say fell off.
I would love to see more stuff from him. I get it, though. I mean, he was throwing down cash. I don't know who was putting in the money for that, if it was other people,
knows?
but he was throwing down like thousands of dollars
Mhm.
and then live streaming this stuff. And I don't know if that was something to try and like gain a big audience. He's having these big pros go out and ride. And
Mhm.
I think it was just one of those things that, you know, he's homies with these people. He does live streaming as a daily job, and he just wanted to kind of
Yeah.
give back in a way, which I love,
Yeah.
and it's sick. But I would love to see more stuff from Breakless TV. Like, I don't know if I'm just not
Exactly,
seeing
yeah.
it, but yeah, I would love to see it. You know?
Live, I don't know. Live streams are cool, man. Like, it's all fun watching the highlights and stuff, but there's something about like watching like a BMX event live.
Dude, I appreciate
Even from
it.
your home.
I
you know?
appreciate it so much more because I know how difficult it is to do a live stream in a controlled environment like this.
I can't even.
And like, if
imagine.
you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere and your internet is connected through a box in your backpack, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, how? Like,
Yeah.
it's so weird. And then they're using like wireless routers on the cameras as well to
Mhm.
send the data to a laptop, and it's so much stuff. Like,
Man.
one little thing goes wrong
Mhm.
and it's impossible. And I know he had quite a few hiccups throughout it, and I don't blame the guy,
Yeah.
man. It's difficult to do that kind of stuff. Like, even
Mhm.
doing a live stream here is difficult. Like, it's I don't know. Props to him, honestly.
In one of Scotty's vlogs, it was like maybe behind the scenes or like the day before the contest or something. But he was talking to the Breakless TV guy, kind of like giving him a shout out, and he was like, "Man, I had to walk around the park, like looking for where the best signal was. Like he walked all the way around the skate park, like different
Yeah.
parts of the parking lot, like testing where he could pick up the best Wi-Fi signal and stuff.
Definitely.
Like, man, that must be crazy to do. So hopefully, I mean, we'll see more of that. I would love to.
Absolutely, man. I think he was really killing it. Brant in the chat was just saying, brands, I'm pretty sure, were throwing money in. They were sponsored events. Not sure if he gave up or is working on it behind the scenes or what.
Yeah, hopefully. Or like maybe, I don't know, got busy with his real job or something. Or
Definitely. I feel like with everything that was going on with COVID, he probably had quite a bit of free time to actually work on that kind of stuff. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Props to him, though. He definitely kept 2020 very interesting, and I would love to see more from Breakless TV.
Yes.
Yeah, he was rad. Yeah, there's a couple other things I wanted to chat about here. You had actually brought in this one, which is visualizing tricks, aka Logan Martin. So why don't you tell us a
Do you
little
want
bit
me
about
to
this?
Get way into that. All right. So, I mean, we've all, we all visualize our tricks or whatever. Even just thinking about like doing a rail or whatever, you have to get it through your head. Any rider knows that. I was listening to a podcast, and for anyone who wants to look it up, it's Gypsy Tales podcast. He mainly does like moto and stuff.
Right, I think I've heard of that. It's a pretty big podcast, actually.
Pretty big. He's Australian. He interviewed Logan Martin, which was super cool because, man, I'll be the first, like, when I was younger, even, like, watching Logan Martin, I was like, oh, this dude's a dork. Like, what a loser. The best BMX rider in the world, and I'm calling him a loser. Like, what an idiot I am.
Yeah.
But it just was never my style, kind of, and, like, I always appreciated, like, what he could do, but, like, man, I don't want to see, like, opposite triple whip. Like, okay, whatever, it looks janky, whatever, anyway, but I was really good listening to the podcast. Like, it's, you kind of get to know someone, like, personally, and, like, really enjoy it, and his whole story about, like, winning the Olympics and everything. Like, it's a really good episode. But they started talking about like visualizing your runs and stuff, and Logan was saying, like, he would sit in his hotel room and, like, visualize his whole run. I don't know how long your run is or whatever, like a minute or whatever, and he'd have to visualize, like, in his head, like, if he over jumped the box in his head, he'd, like, know he had to take an extra pedal or, like, pump this quarter harder, or, like, he'd go through these, like, crazy visualizations like in his head. And I've never had to do that because I've never ridden a contest
Right.
or whatever. Like, man, maybe, no, don't think so. And I thought that was like super interesting. And then they started talking about this downhill racer, Sam Hill. I don't know if anyone's heard of him.
I think so.
Yeah, he was big back in the day, like won a lot of championships. But I guess it's the same thing. Like he would sit in his hotel room and visualize like through like a goggle helmet view of his race run, and like from top to bottom he would like visualize his whole run down the whole course, and like all these insane things. Like I guess he'd time it and like be down to like almost within seconds of his race run, these visualizations. Anyway, I don't think any of us have done that, but it got me thinking, like, we all visualize our tricks, but one thing, and I don't know if anyone else does this, but sometimes I'm like trying to think of a trick in my head. So like you're gonna try to do like a switch feeble 270 or something, and like it wouldn't be coming around. What I would do in my head is like almost change the camera angle. Like I'd be viewing it from a different side, and then I could land it in my head. And then once I could land it in my head, I could go and do it in real life.
That's awesome. I have a really hard time visualizing tricks. I don't know what it is, but like I don't really ever see in my head myself landing a tail whip to pedals, and I've done it, and it's one of the things that I struggle with is like I've always catch frame, or like I land real sketchy, and I wish I could be good at that trick. My like dream of tail whips is I want to be able to do it like Aaron Ross, like be able to whip into anything, whip anything, you know, whip down a stair set and then whip down, you know, a curb, whip up a curb, like everything. This is one of my favorite tricks. It's a great feeling trick.
It looks sick.
And it looks unreal. But, cool. Man, I've been doing them for years, and I don't know what it is. I just have a hard time visualizing it.
That's funny that you bring up the camera angle thing, because when I first learned bar spins, we filmed this one clip of me doing, I think it was a 180 bar spin or something.
Yeah.
And I took a still frame from it, and I looked at it, and my catching hand was like way above my bars.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
So like ever since then, I've brought my hand underneath and like changed the way I bar spinned, and it worked out. Like,
yeah, I guess like sometimes you need to see it from like another
a different angle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why filming's always good, because like you can see those little things you're doing. Man, I don't know. I just was thinking about that. I don't know if anyone's ever done that. Like sometimes,
I've definitely. I think it was Mikey I was talking to. We were talking about visualizing tricks and stuff like that a while ago, and he had heard somewhere that like visualizing it in your head and thinking it through is actually almost as good as actually practicing the trick. So if you visualize it and you visualize yourself landing it 10 times over, it might be as good as trying it actually 2 or 3 times.
Now I'm really curious. Do you think Mikey?
He was probably like a couple of mushroom teas deep at that time.
He was definitely a few mushroom teas deep. But I was going to say, I wonder if Mikey visualizes the TikToks that him and his girlfriend do. Where they're like in sync doing some weird thing in the Dominican.
Definitely.
Props to them, but I don't know.
But like
the TikToks are hilarious.
He has a point, because like if I go to visualize a trick and I see myself completely eating it and not getting anywhere close, I'm not trying that at all. But if I can visualize myself like actually getting close to it, I was like, I might try it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like sometimes, like I'm trying to visualize a trick and like you can't get it right in your head. You're like, okay, I'm gonna try to like 3 off this or whatever, and like it's not coming in my head. And almost like, I don't know. I was hoping there'd be like more people in the chat or someone to like chime in on this, but like, are people like visualizing your tricks like through your own first person, or like for me sometimes like I literally need to like take myself and be like, okay, if there was a tripod angle set up here, and then all of a sudden as soon as I move like how I'm looking at it in my head, I'll land it the next try. And then once you get it in your head, it's so much easier to do it, right?
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I don't know. I guess I struggle with it. Like,
maybe I'm just insane, bro.
No, I think you're right though, because there's quite a few people who do visualize it. Like, I think when I had Drew on, we talked a little bit about it after the show, and like he does visualize himself doing stuff. Like, there's so many things that he just like, if he can get it in his head and figure it out. I know Spinner, like Mike Spinner, he visualized everything. If he could see himself doing it, he could do it.
And he progressed, like, sometimes guys come into the scene and, like, especially the park scene, and they learn tricks so fast and they get good. I mean, yeah, he put in work, tons of work too, but like
Definitely.
that would make sense, like one of those guys who can like really put it together in his head. The same with like Logan, man. They're the same kind of style. Like if you can visualize yourself doing a backflip like windshield wiper or whatever insane thing Logan Martin is trying to do,
Right.
like you probably have to visualize those things. It's different than like, I don't know, maybe like hitting a handrail or whatever. You're like, okay, just get my pegs on it and you're good.
Yeah.
But like, dude, all of a sudden you're upside down and you're trying to like figure out how to do a new variation upside down. I think you probably want to have like some kind of
Run it through
Definitely.
run it
your
through your
head.
head a few times.
Brant in the chat was saying, I always visualize from my point of view and use actual footage to see it from the outside perspective. And I think out of everybody who could be like visualizing it, it's sick to hear it from Brant, because just the crazy tricks that Brant does where it's so unique and so different that like you kind of do have to visualize it to make it work. One trick that I will say that I can visualize in my head, and I talked to Brant a little bit about this, is I've got really good at doing 5 taps this year, like 540 hurricanes, I guess. I wouldn't call it a hurricane because I'm not doing 180 tap 360. I'm doing 360 tap 180.
Yeah. Those are fun,
I can visualize myself doing 360 tap into lawnmower, pull around 180, and that's a trick that I really want to do. And I was talking to Brant about it to see if he had any advice, and he did give me some helpful advice. Thank you so much, Brant. But that is one that I can say for sure. When I think about it, I can literally see it from my perspective of doing the spin, landing, and then just dropping essentially and putting my foot on the wheel. And then because you're already spinning, you're going to be able to carry some of that momentum. Not a lot. You're probably going to end up doing like...
Well, with a mower, like you don't want to be too crooked anyway. Like you go into them straight.
Yeah.
And then the bike turns itself. But
I don't know why, but I see myself doing that in the shallow end of the bull at the odd easily.
But
like,
are you thinking of it from your first person view or?
Definitely.
Because what's crazy is I've been trying to think of that because that sounds like a really fun trick and I kind of want to try it. I'm trying to visualize it from first person and I cannot get my head around the spin. Like I have to take myself into the third person.
Fair enough, to see the spin.
To like visualize myself doing it.
Yeah.
That's super weird. That I don't know. It would
Yeah,
be so
dream
different.
trick of mine. Honestly, I would love to learn that.
I'm down.
Brant's got some zipper on the face emoji, aka not telling.
Yeah, he's probably done it like over a spine or something crazy.
I know. He's probably done like 720 version. Him and Joey Baggs had a baby. It's
Oh
just
my God,
like
dude.
900 tap lawnmower real quick.
Yeah, with a candy bar just spiced in there.
Yeah. Love it. That would be incredible.
That's cool. Thanks, Brant.
Oh man, always killing it. Yeah, that was a really I really appreciate that topic though. Like
Thanks.
just thinking about visualizing and whatnot, I think I should really focus on maybe doing that a little more. Like
Yeah.
and maybe that would help learn some tricks. I know bar spins for me, I've talked about learning bars for years and like I just never do. And it's one of those things I can't visualize myself doing it. Like I understand how a bar spin works. I've taught people how to bar spin because I know how it works. But for me, I don't know what it is. When I go to do it, it's just I lock up. I can't throw it, or I throw it and the bike goes. Like it's a weird thing. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I'm here to learn tail whips, not bar spins.
Might as well, dude. It's cooler anyway.
Dude, the thing about tail whips, I always am blown away when people are like, yeah, dude, I learned bars first, mainly because I feel like bar spins, there's more to risk. Whereas with whips,
Kind of scary.
it's kind of like, worst comes to worst, you just land on your feet. Like, I don't know why, but that's how I always felt. I know Brant has some good footage of him landing on his ankle.
Oh, dude.
That's fucking
No,
rough.
Thank you.
No
Yeah.
thanks.
I don't like doing bar spins like going forward with like any kind of reasonable speed. Like even doing it like down a 2-stair, dude. Count me out. I'm done. I'm over it. I'd rather like almost try it fakey, just because like I don't know.
That was
Fakey
like-
bar seems easier.
Oh, dude, on
I don't know
banks and
why.
Stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do them all day. But
My
like,
one friend, I don't know if you ever met him, Matt Zahn from London.
Maybe once.
He told me he learned bars fakie up a bank bar and then go down.
It makes sense. Like, I've honestly thought about
It's-
it that way rather than like a
seems like
flyout.
the least scary.
Yeah.
Or like bar to fakie. I think I did my first one like on a bank.
Huh.
Like kind of just like, but the Riverside bank, so it's like barely even a bank. It's super mellow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude, I hate doing them like going fast. Anyone who does them like down sets or whatever, dude, props to you. I can't make myself do it.
I forget who it was, but there was a dude that I was filming with, and he was unreal.
Mhm.
But like a bar spin down like a 7 stair was the most like intimidating thing for him, and it's just weird. And then there's other dudes like Johnny who it's just like, oh, here's a 12 stair. I'm gonna warm up by barring this. Like fucking 18-year-old kid just like killing it.
Yeah.
I think he needs to learn how to do some like cool bar variations. There's a wild spot that we've looked at where I can see it for myself as a gap to manual, and it's gnarly, but it's kind of got that distance that like if you're good at bars and you're good at manuals, you could 100% just throw a quick bar manual, this very tiny down ledge, like just barely place that wheel on there, and it would be like clip of the year, clip of the century. Like,
Send Johnny, man.
Whoa.
I don't know about century, maybe like clip of the week, you know?
Yeah. Send Johnny. He'll take care of it.
That's right there, man. He's got it. It'd be wild.
Caleb, you do a lot of bars.
He does a lot of whips too.
Yeah.
You can do bar fakie, you can do fakie bar, you can do whip fakie, you can do fakie whip.
But like, dude, do you agree that like doing it, like when you go fakie on a bank or like two fakie, you're almost standing still. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's
you just
true.
do the bar.
You literally, it's just a hot bar at that point.
Yeah, and you're not moving.
Brant is saying that bar to fakie and fakie bars were a lot easier for him to learn than like moving, which
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense. Like, I don't know, whenever you're moving, you've got that extra factor of like, if I don't catch the bars, I am going to eat it. But if you're not really
Yeah.
moving, you can kind of get out of it a little easier, I guess.
It's kind of nice to have like a little rolling speed too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to almost do like a stationary hot bar, like you're never gonna like roll away either. You're gonna land
Right.
and like put your foot down or whatever.
But I guess the main thing is learning that like rotation and catching those grips,
Yeah.
right? And being able to do that consistently, and then you can move on from there. Whips for me, like when I learned those, I always went at it just fast enough that if I was to land to pedals, I would like basically stop and have to get off the bike. And now like I don't really go that much faster, but I have whipped down stair sets, I have whipped down stuff, but it's always like the bare minimum. I'm not gonna whip a 20 stair and land 10 feet in front of it. Like if I'm gonna whip
just
anything, it's a
over
3
jump it,
stair, and I'm gonna like land right at the bottom and almost case it, you know?
Well, it's one of those tricks where the faster you go, the harder it gets too.
Absolutely.
Bars, threes, whips, anything's, you know.
I always found 3s were better when they're faster, but
They feel super dope, but like, I mean, science, right?
yeah.
Your wheels don't want to turn. But
Yeah, fair enough. I guess 3s are just my trick. I mean, I fucking 360'd over a car out of a bowl.
Yeah,
like,
true.
that's just, I don't know, it's my trick, I
They
guess.
feel good. I know what you mean. They feel good.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, anyone who's like gone real fast and done a bar spin, like you, the bike, like, whoa. You know?
You need those Clack carbonic wheels real quick.
Yeah, rotational.
Is that
weight,
what they're
man.
called? I feel like they're carbonics. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what we're gonna call 'em
The
from
carbon
now on.
ones.
Carbonics, dude.
Yeah.
That sounds dope.
It sounds
Dude.
like an exercise.
So I knew about this for quite a while, but Ratty Matty has been riding those for probably the last like 9 months, and he sent me like a bunch of updates throughout it, just because I was really interested in how carbon was gonna fare with BMX stuff. And I'm not one of the dudes that's gonna sit there and be like carbon and BMX. No, like I'm a fucking T1 salty ball BMX rider.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's I seen it coming like from years beforehand. I know Alienation did it beforehand as well. And the thing about carbon is like it's in mountain bikes, it's in all the
mountain bikes.
the other industries, it's in downhill. Like there's people that ride carbon frames.
Dude, anyone seen that clip of like Danny McCaskill, and
he just rolls down a set of stairs.
Yeah, he does like a gap to firecracker on like a 10 flat 10 with no tires.
No tires, no tubes,
just straight
rims. And they're fine. Yeah. There's clips of people with like aluminum rims just banging them on a curb, and then like carbon rims on a curb, and you know, the aluminum ones get fucked up faster. And the cool thing is that like it is stronger. The only thing that you're gotta really worry about is are they gonna like just explode at some point. And I mean, I get it. It's a little expensive for the average BMX rider. Like, if you've worked at a bike shop before, you'll know that BMX is probably the cheapest of industries. Like, top of the line, custom BMX bike, the most you could spend before going titanium is probably $3,500 Canadian dollars, which is like
trying pretty hard.
You know, $2,700 US. Like, you're going to be very aggressive at that point too. You're going to have the best of the best, the most expensive stuff. And then tie, obviously, you know, price goes up, but not everybody rides tie. If you look at the average, and then you go into mountain bike, and it's like most of the average mountain bike, like dudes that ride,
carbon,
it's like $5,000, and that's not even carbon. That's like not even carbon. When you get into carbon, there's dudes that ride like $7,000, $8,000, you know, $10,000 bikes. When I worked at the bike shop, we had a dude who rode a Chevelle P5 like triathlon bike with electronic shifting. It's wireless, so like
crazy.
Dude, that bike was like a $30,000 bike, and it's meant to go as fast as possible and then just ditch it and run, right? Because it's a triathlon, dude. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild how much goes into that. And BMX is at the cheapest. Like, if you were to look at the average, like, top-of-the-line BMX bike versus the top-of-the-line mountain bike, I'm not talking, like, the best. I'm talking, like, the average consumer best of the line. BMX is cheap. Like, it is.
It is.
So it's funny that, like, you know, carbon is finally a thing, and it's good that Eclat knows that it's not, like, the biggest thing, I guess. They know that people
are trying, man.
Yeah.
They're trying something new.
They know it's not for everybody, is what I'm getting at. But if Felix can ride carbon and do the shit that he's doing...
Well, and, dude, Matty, like, one, that dude sends it, and two, he's a little sketchy. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. I'm like, they picked the perfect person
and
to
like
do
he eats shit sometimes pretty hard.
I saw a bunch of people...
I would trust his review.
Absolutely. Yeah. I saw a bunch of people that were like, oh, I want to see Burns ride these. And the thing about Burns is that, like, how often does he rotate into things? Like, he does do big threes and gnarly shit. But, like, when you're thinking about Burns, a lot of the clips that I think about are, like, huge gaps that are just gnarly. And if you're landing straight, you're not going to affect those wheels. When you think of Felix Pronberg, or I can't pronounce his name.
Nobody can.
Yeah.
Seriously?
When you're thinking about him, it's, like, big rotations, hard 180s out of stuff. And, you know, he's clean, but there's those times on film where he's not, and those wheels are holding up. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I bet you 5 years from now, everybody's gonna have that like free night design free coaster, which is like the new thing with carbon wheels. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it seems like the way forward. I know my buddy CR, he blew up wheels on his mountain bike, like 26-inch dirt jumper, street guy, and he's always doing spins, threes, nollie threes, fives, and the dude I've seen him blow up 2 wheels in a day.
Oh my god!
He switched to the carbon like a good couple years ago, and like, I mean, said it was amazing. They're stiff, they're light. They feel like amazing to ride.
Also,
they're so solid.
I want to emphasize this. A few years ago, he's still riding them, and like,
well, I don't know. He might have blown them up by now. Dude's a savage. But
fair enough. But yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Carbon is like, it's where it's going to be in the next few years. It's one of those things, it's progression, right? Think about how BMX has changed. I'm honestly really disappointed that we didn't see We the People continue with their tapered head tube idea that they had for mountain biking.
They're like hydro formed?
Well, it's not hydro formed.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about now.
1 1/8 on the top, and what is it, like 1.5 on the bottom?
Yeah, so the fork,
I know what you're saying.
in mountain biking, that's a big thing, where like the top bearing doesn't really get much of a load on it, so they don't really have to worry about it too much. But the bottom bearing, if if you make it bigger,
Yep.
can withstand a bigger impact. And with the way that BMX is going, where you have average dudes like sending 20 stairs, and it's you
getting out
know,
of hand, man.
that's the thing. I'm like, bikes are only going to be able to withstand so much, so we kind of have to move past that. And props to Eclat and We the People and everybody over there pushing that, because if you really think about it, they're at the front of that. Everybody else is just like, they're sticking with what they know, and that's good.
They're doing
but
good
you
stuff.
gotta take risks, man. Those dudes are really pushing it, and they're gonna make it so that in 10 years, BMX is still, you know, able to be what it is.
Who was doing the tubeless? Was that Alien Nation or was that
I
Eclat?
think Alienation might have done it for a little bit, but Eclat is really pushing tubeless with their carbon, and then they have some tires that are in prototype right now. But I wanted to test like ghetto tubeless, because I know you can, and I know it's not super difficult.
You got to call Nate, man.
Yeah, I think he'd be able to help me.
What's up, but
I also don't think it'd be the best thing for me, because I ride like minimum 70 psi, so like there's no
I
point.
think the point is for like running lower pressure.
Yeah.
Or maybe you get like a little rotational weight dropped off. But
Dude, Silva needs to
would've-
hop on that. He rides 30 psi, and I'm like, dude, no way. Like 30 is too low.
But then you start getting to where like the tire's rolling, and then that's when your sealant is coming out and you lose air. And
Yeah.
No thank
so I mean, I don't know about tubeless, but as far as carbon goes, I'm all for it. I think that's going to be super cool to see where it
Definitely.
goes.
I feel like tubeless has its advantages, maybe in park riding, but even then, I'm like, you got to be a clean park rider.
Yeah.
You almost have to have a bike that's like your contest bike, and then your bike that is your like actually trying shit bike.
Yeah, I mean they all run those tubalitos or whatever anyway. Those like
Yeah,
stupid
those
orange
things are
tubes.
wild.
Actually, I've never. I just know they're expensive.
They're like $35, $40 Canadian. It's
But again,
ridiculous.
like, if you're Logan Martin and you're trying to do a switch triple whip, like every gram of that rotational weight in your wheels is going to make a difference.
Definitely. Absolutely. So yeah, let's move on. I had mentioned, you know, a couple people that I think have killed it in Ontario this past year. I'm going to mention a couple more names, but I'd love it if you guys could join in as well. So we talked about Father Pig, obviously. Johnny Cabardo has been killing it for the past 2-3 years in Ontario. He's always up and coming, pushing his riding. He's always thinking about clips and whatnot. Quite a few other people as well. Like, dude, honestly, it's hard to pick some names, but do you guys have anybody that you guys would shout out? I know I had mentioned Bailey.
I've
always
got
killing
one
it.
from St. Thomas. He's in the live chat. Nolan Blackall.
Yeah?
He start of the year, he got back into biking, and he learned tail whips this year and is now doing double whips.
Damn,
So like he has progressed so fast this
That's
year.
wild.
It's
that's
mind
impressive.
blowing.
Shout out to you, Nolan. Always killing
Where
it,
do
I'm
you
sure.
do a double whip at St. Thomas? It's like out of the fly
I
out
don't
into
know,
the
dude.
grass or something. Nolan,
That's
let-
the thing too.
let us
He
know.
hasn't ridden anywhere other than St. Thomas.
That's
like-
fucked.
Wow.
I took him to All In last time I went, but like
Mhm.
it doesn't really travel anywhere else.
Wow.
Props to you, Nolan. Keep killing it. I want to see Flair triple whip in a year, so get on it.
Me too.
Chris, who do you want to shout out?
Man, I
Dude.
feel like I'm letting you guys down because I don't have anyone off the top of my head.
I'll even let you shout out mountain bike people. You fucking 26-inch rider.
I say like, man, I haven't been on Instagram really watching. Like,
Right.
I don't know. Like I said, Johnny and Josh, like seeing Josh put out like a full length video, I think that's super awesome.
Definitely.
So I mean, shout out to all those kids.
Dude, shout out to
Um,
anybody who's like within BMX media right now. Like Landon, he's killing it with the Hoser company and whatnot. And
Yeah,
all
Lots of
those
cool
dudes,
stuff.
man. Anybody who is like one person I definitely want to shout out. I actually just did a podcast with him, Noah McBride from The Scene's Not Dead. He is bringing back that props feel with these video magazines. And this kid is awesome, man. Honestly, that was probably one of my favorite podcasts I've done in 2021. And like when you really break it down, dude, I had Crandall on this past year. I had Drew. I had
Cran, man,
all these
dude.
huge names, and like,
Yeah.
dude,
There was
I
some
was
good
stoked
ones.
to sit down with Noah, and like by the end of the night, we had a couple drinks, and we were all very stoked on how it turned out.
I'll definitely have to check that one out.
Yeah,
If-
that's one of my
If I got to
favorites.
shout out anyone from this year, I mean, we got to shout out Pierre, our guy Pierre.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pierre Gauthier.
Pierre Gauthier. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I
Parlez-vous anglais?
I feel like he was like the first. I mean, he's like the first like I don't want to insult anyone that I'm forgetting, but like the like first legit like BMX photographer I met. And like, dude, I had no idea who he was. Like, we just rocked
me
up.
neither.
You were like, oh yeah, I'm getting a book from this dude. I just rocked up to the skate park. He was just like, you know, this guy, kind of steezy. We had like a good session. He did a pedal grind. I got psyched. Did a couple pedal grinds.
Yeah,
like,
honestly, I think Pierre tops it. He is podcast of the year, and you and I did that together. And
I really enjoyed listening to that.
That was
Thank you.
Such a good experience. Like, and I knew about Pascal, and I'd watched the things, but like how easy it is to forget about these things.
yeah,
But like that whole experience we got to have, like going to Pierre's and going to his house and getting the book from him in person, and like
smoking a little marijuana, legal by the way,
which is legal because we live in
legal.
Canada. Yeah,
But
and I don't know, man. It really kind of like opened my mind. I'm like, this is just a dude, but like, look, he's got this book and like he's done all these crazy projects, and like he was just, I don't know. So
most
cool.
underrated Canadian BMX photographer, in my opinion.
And man, I had never even heard of him. I had no idea, and I mean, it felt kind of stupid, but
he also
it's,
just has that like weird vibe about him that is just so positive, and that like it's hard to be like in a weird mood around him, where like
he's just stoked. Yeah.
I don't know. That was like halfway through the trip, and I know a lot of people were just kind of at each other in that day, and like he just brought the mood. Like we saw him ice this rail, and it's just a little flat rail, but it's like
over
20,
ice
30
over,
foot.
popped over.
He did ice over, and it was just so clean, where you're like, holy fuck, dude.
His riding looks good too.
That's the thing. He has that weird photographer like vibe where he knows
French,
what.
man.
Do you think he visualizes it from the camera perspective as well?
Definitely.
He's, like,
he's so good.
He's got the 200 mil like across the yard. He's like visualizing himself from 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
No, it was sweet, man. And I've even sent him a couple messages on Instagram, just been like helping me with photo stuff and giving me advice. So yeah,
that's wicked, man.
To Pierre.
I have to send him a message. I've been meaning to. I'm hopefully going to be making some shirts soon. I work at a t-shirt printing place now, aka also just screen printing. So I'm going to send him some merch, because that was one of the best podcasts I've ever done, in my opinion. And it's funny that like I didn't need any equipment. I literally brought my camera with a microphone on top of it, and we just sent it, and it worked. Like, yeah, there's a couple of hiccups, but what do you expect, right? You have a laptop, a camera with a microphone,
just in a garage
go
at
for it.
midnight or whatever we started.
We
filming.
started at midnight.
And
we
we've
got
been up
back.
since, oh my god, 7 in the morning.
We got back at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And we woke up at 7 the next day and went and rode.
I slept for like 2 hours, and because we got back so late, the van was parked in a bad spot. And I remember waking up, and I set an alarm to move the van before I got another parking ticket. And I remember waking up and just thinking in my head, like, is it honestly worth another $90 to get out of bed right now? And then instantly, like, I just snapped into my head, like, everything Pierre had told us last night and everything about Pascal and stuff. And I was like, are you serious, dude? Get your ass up. Like, let's go. You're in Montreal right now with the boys. Like, go move that van. Let's make some breakfast and let's go send it. And I'm pretty sure that was the first day I like actually crashed.
Yeah.
Which I maybe only like fell once the whole trip, but I was just like, dude, let's go. Like, let's do it.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
It was amazing. Yeah. So shout out Pierre.
Yeah, dude,
and Pascal.
Pascal,
Obviously.
he killed it. If you guys have not heard of Pascal LaFontaine, make sure you go and check that out right after this. I will try and pop a link in the chat. This has got to be the craziest video part ever.
Right now.
And Pascal had cancer that ended up taking his leg, and he came back from it. And he just put out one of the wildest. This is a pro level video part from a dude who is not pro. He is a local in Montreal who found out that he had a very limited time to live and put out the best video part he could, and shortly after passed away, unfortunately. And Pierre was there the entire time and just was in the background shooting photos and put out this incredible book that you guys should really check out. It's called The Extra Mile. I have a copy of it. Chris has a copy of it. And honestly, it's probably the best. I think $40 was what it was. 40 Canadian that you will ever spend
Yeah,
It
if
is
you
the
can pick up
most.
the book, or I don't know, man. If you can't, like, I get it. I mean, not everyone can even drop $40 on a book, but like, watch the video, watch his dig. It's Dig 2019. I put a link in the chat if anyone's watching. Watch the interview. Ignore me sitting in a rocking chair for 2 hours on my skinny ass. But yeah, just listen to what Pierre has to say about everything, and yeah, watch the video, and there's even a behind the scenes, just like a raw footage of Pascal. Like, if you're looking for more, watch that too. But it's a hell of a story, you know. So
Yeah.
it's definitely worth looking at.
That's definitely like definition of making the most of it.
And like, getting to see all that stuff in person, man. Getting to see like the big O and the rail. Oh, that rail, dude.
Yeah,
That's
like
insane.
we were talking about it when we were there. It's like you don't
Mhm.
expect spots to have a drop down, like a single stair before
Yeah.
the rail.
Yeah, I mean, they put the board down or whatever. But it was still insane. He jumped out so far, and that rail is so steep. And it's like at least 19, 20.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
insane, dude. It's ridiculous. The oh my god, what is that place called?
Saputo
Saputo?
Sapporo
Stadium.
or something. It's not Sapporo.
Sapporo?
That's a beer.
Saputo.
Saputo? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the soccer stadium at Olympic Stadium in Montreal.
It's ridiculous, man. It's unreal.
If anyone
yeah.
grinds up that rail, I'll give you $50.
Ooh.
Dude, good
I don't think it's
luck.
possible.
Yeah, I don't think so. I was really looking at gap over the rail into that grass hill, but there's a weird like drop in front of it. So
Yeah,
I was
there's,
kind of
like,
like, do you jump from that?
That's what I'm saying. Like you watching the video, you wouldn't think that was there
He did
because they did it
have.
so.
Yeah, they
Easily.
put
He
like
had
a
built-
board and some stuff, but
He had built a thing
Yeah.
for it, but like,
it was sketchy, dude.
yeah, I
It
feel
wasn't
like it's
even
worse
that-
Yeah, no matter
to do
what
that.
you do there.
It wasn't even that solid, the thing he had. It was like some pieces of wood and whatever.
I feel like it was literally pallets just like piled up
yeah, I
there.
don't even think it was a pallet.
Oh
Yeah.
my
That would
god.
have been better.
It's wild, man.
But
Yeah, insane. So if anybody is in the chat right now and you would like to, I'm going to drop a phone number in there. Call in and just tell us about 2021 for you and your scene. If you've got anybody you want to shout out, let us know. I would love to hear from you guys. Just give me a couple seconds here to put the number in the chat.
dude,
It'd
shout
be
out
rad to hear you guys.
Shout out to Jerry from PA.
Yeah, absolutely.
He says, "Hey, Jerry."
I was thinking after this, maybe we should check out the new Dennis video just in a moment here.
I would like that.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Is it a full Dennis video? I just saw
It is a 4 or 5 minute Dennis
something
video.
on
I haven't pulled up.
on YouTube, and it looks like somebody's doing a nose manual down the Staples Center ledge. And I was like,
Yeah,
bro, what
who
the
knows,
fuck?
man.
It's like a silhouette. We'll see.
Yeah, pretty wild. Let's see. Is this going to let me share that?
To the chat here.
There we go.
You
I
got
think
it.
I'm off the wrong. Oh, yeah, I'm on a different name. So if you see my name in the chat there, you know it is not my account that I'm currently on.
Mm.
But yeah, send us, call us, let us know what your 2021 was like, what you're excited for in 2022, maybe a rider in your local area that you want to shout out, maybe a pro that you didn't know about before then. I would love to hear from you guys. It would be really sick.
Even if you're not live, if you're watching this later, leave it in the comments. And
Dude, leave it in the comments or leave a voicemail, and in the next one,
yeah,
I
dude,
will shout you out.
If one of your buddies is a ripping man, drop his Instagram in the comments, and maybe we'll
Absolutely.
check it out. If he's I was gonna say an Ontario guy, but man, anyone.
Yeah.
Check it out.
And in the future, I am looking at maybe doing Bail of the Week again. That was one of my favorite things
Yeah.
from
I
the
would love
early
that.
beginning of the podcast. So
Yeah.
if you can, I'm going to leave my email in the description of this video. You won't be able to see it live at the moment, but I will leave it in the description and as well as in the audio on all the audio platforms. Just send us your favorite bails from whenever. It doesn't matter if it was 10 years ago or whatever. As
I
long
got
as
some
it's
good
you or
ones.
you have permission from a friend, I would love to see your bail. And, we'll go for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. And whoever beats, whoever's at the end, You get a free frame. Let's do that.
Oh, I'm down.
Dude, I know. I gave out a couple. Like, there's already a frame out there who I believe it was Kent Fuller won.
That was the... Oh, my
Was
God.
the frame snap over the head?
No, that was
the double peg flip over the bars guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That was
That was
wild.
brutal.
That was a brutal bail where he literally did what Jesse did, where you just like hop on a rail and then all of a sudden you lock and then
He locked.
you go over the bars. His shirt caught on the bar and he just did a flip
man.
right
But
onto his.
It was like an
fucking
out
chest.
rail too, so he
No,
was like already
thank you.
3-4 feet in the air.
Yeah, dude, not fun. But yeah, just send us your bails. I'll put in the email. I believe it's hvxgoatproductions@gmail.com. Just send it to that, and I would love to hear from you guys. We are also potentially going to be doing clip of the week. So if you've got a clip that you're super stoked on, you know, you worked your ass off. No offense, I don't want your feeble 180s. I want a clip that you have worked your ass off on. I
Well,
want the best of the best.
What if it's your first feeble 180?
Hey man, if it's your
working?
first feeble 180, I'm stoked on that. So you know
Send it
what?
in
I take
anyway.
that back. Send it to us. I want to see it. I want to see what you're super stoked on. And, you know, we'll do some sort of giveaway from that. Maybe you'll get a free pair of bars or something.
Yeah, man,
We'll,
do some-
I gotta talk to Harvester and see what he'll give me.
we'll give you guys some.
Yeah,
Send your stuff in.
it'd be rad.
Whatever it is, send it in.
And if you guys have any ideas for the future and what we should do on this show, it's going to be live streamed. So there's plenty of options and plenty of ideas. I'm going to start doing question of the week. I'll ask that, or I guess it'll be question of the month. But I'll, you know, put that out a week early and see what people are saying. But yeah, other than that, I think we should check out that Dennis part now.
Dude, let's do it.
That would be really rad. I have not seen it. I don't think anybody here has seen it. So
I have not, no.
we're pretty late on this. I wanted to watch it right when it came out, but I was really thinking, hey, we should probably
This
check
would be
this
cool
out.
just to do it live. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna not make the mistake I made last time and show Dennis's video and then like a local because it doesn't do the local any justice.
We need to ramp it up a little.
Yeah, so I think we'll do that right now. So let me pull this up. Alrighty. So I know that he just had his first kid, which I believe is the name of this video. This roof is already like gnarly. That over ice is like Jesus Christ, dude. Can you imagine?
No.
Oh my
And then
God,
breaking
dude.
the light. I know quite a few of
No.
these clips were Instagram, but I have not seen this clip on the dirt jumps yet. Dude, nothing like that.
The
That is so
opposite
sick.
TriStar. I love that.
Oh man, good pendulum is
Yeah.
so wild.
Dude, that berm is like vertical.
Yeah.
I love Dennis too because we know who's doing 360 can X ups and stuff, where he does the
Mike
can
Aiken
tire
10,
rep.
12 years ago.
Yeah, Mike Aiken or whatever. But
The best BMX rider to ever touch a bike.
yeah,
Yeah, Dennis is he's doing them. And no offense to Dennis, but they're not Mike Aiken style, and that's
No,
okay. He's
that's
Dennis.
not possible.
Yeah. Mike is hard to replicate. Almost impossible.
Yeah, but Dennis has the whole bag from street rails to whatever. Like, dude, Aiken, it wasn't doing that.
Yeah, fair enough.
He
Dude,
probably
that
would've-
gap to pegs is nuts. Like,
with a kink on the bottom too.
yeah, the good old donkey dick at the end.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude,
God.
he was hauling at that thing.
Yeah, literally.
He landed really low.
Look at this curve
Oh
wall,
my
dude.
God, dude. That's
That just
not-
reminds me of Bailey in Montreal when we saw
Yeah.
that big curve wall. He's like, it's not even
Oh.
possible, dude.
Jeez,
I'm like,
dude.
it's doable. It's just for the right person.
That's-
That is fucked.
That's one of
Over
those-
pegs on that
Yeah.
gnarly suey out rail.
Oh wow!
Oh.
I love that.
I was wondering what he was gonna do because that spot's seen a lot of tricks.
Bar over that fence. That's pretty wild.
That's scary too.
I wonder if that was a switch bar.
Dude, apparently he
Oh
does
my
them
God.
like different ways for different things.
Yeah.
Like he has no.
Garrett did that clip
Yeah,
in that same spot.
that's funny.
I know, it's funny because it's like it's Garrett, so you can't really...
That's not
Hate
a
too
handrail
much,
trick
but-
either, dude.
Yeah. I believe it was Garrett that did that hanger over at that spot.
Wow.
That's gnarly.
How big is that rail? Like 25?
Yeah, it's fucking gnarly. That's all I know. This is wild. Over manual. Holy shit. There's the nose that you were talking about.
Staples Center, dude.
I thought he did something. Oh my god. I was gonna say I thought he did something super gnarly at that setup. Like
you think they cut that fence out?
Oh, definitely.
Probably Christian.
Yeah, I feel like he's all about that.
That's crazy.
That 180 whip over the fence is just like next level.
Oh my god.
I don't really understand how he just does roof to rails all the time.
That's the clip I seen on Instagram earlier.
Yeah.
So scary.
Dude, bar in, turn down. Holy shit. That is gnarly. That feeble has got to be my favorite clip of this whole thing so far, at least. That's like super gnarly. I don't think people understand how ridiculous that is. Bar into there. That's super nuts.
That thing's steep.
Yeah.
That's not him.
That's Ty Morrow, I believe. Yep.
Nice.
I like the friend clips. That's really rad.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I feel bad because I can't figure out who that is. That Lewis Mills? I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Big manual 180s are sick.
Garrett. What was that?
Tire slide of
Tire
vending
slide.
machine.
Oh my god, that was nuts. I suppose Garrett didn't have something wild, like crazier than that in there.
I've never seen anyone ride that spot either.
Yeah. Another big three. Holy shit, man.
There.
That's literally like doing a rail hop and then just 360ing El Toro.
Yeah.
That's super sick.
Goodness.
That is like perfect spot usage.
Yeah. Wow.
Truck into there.
Looks like Drew's.
I know. This
whip.
spot there, John Heaton gapped that years ago, just straight gap. So to see somebody actually gap and whip that is fucked.
Who's that?
Matt something.
Oh, Matt Clausen.
Yeah. That's fucked.
Oh my god.
Big gap to wall one. Nice, dude. 360 can. It's a good spot
It's
for
like a
it.
straight drop in.
This is the roof that he did his demolition video ender on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the bar manual
Half
whip
cabs, dude.
and half cabs it. That's pretty fucked.
Oh,
That
my
is
God,
nuts.
dude.
I know Fudger posted some photos of that.
Dude, did his front tire even touch?
It did, just barely by the looks of it.
Oh my god, he almost
That
died.
clip, I do want to say Vans posted that earlier this year.
Yeah,
So it is
I've
kind of,
seen that.
for Dennis to be using that in a video part, it's debatable, you know?
God,
It's gnarly clip, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm glad they ran
Dude,
second angle
what the
of that.
fuck?
That's crazy.
I can't believe he threw a bar in that, by
He's
the way.
so high.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Respect.
The only clip that I wish wasn't in there was his Vans ad where it's him doing that whip to wall. It's a gnarly clip, don't get me wrong, but everybody's already seen it. And the thing is that everybody has seen it because it's Dennis. Everybody sees what Dennis does. So
It's true.
it's kind of like you couldn't fill that 7 seconds with something else. I get it. It's a gnarly clip. It was an Instagram clip. It wasn't on YouTube, but you know, maybe use it earlier. Don't have it as your second or third last clip. But that's just me being a you know, fucking weirdo about it.
I don't know. We're kind of in like a weird place now, like with Instagram and edits and like what's
definitely.
I guess time
What's
to change-
acceptable,
yeah, what's
you know?
I mean, I guess who are we to freaking say that's Dennis Enarson? He can do whatever he wants. He doesn't care what I say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. Like I heard, didn't Brad Sims kind of do that where like he had a whole video part where like everything had already been on Instagram?
I feel like you might be right. I don't know what video part
Maybe
that
I'm
is,
thinking
though.
of like a skater or something, but they were talking about doing that, like go out and like every day like release a clip. Like if you film a banger, release it, and then at the end of the year, like put it out as a compilation or whatever. Because most people are gonna forget anyway.
Right.
But I don't know. That's a
That
new
clip-
way of thinking about it for sure.
The clip that he like put in there, that whip to wall, that is a clip that is very unforgettable. And when I saw it, I was honestly like, I can't believe you would post this. But that's the thing, is that it's so like, I remember that instantly to the point where like, dude, why are you using that in a video part? You've already posted it.
Yeah.
But I get it. I mean, it's Dennis, man. He doesn't give a shit what I say, what you say, or what Caleb
That was
says,
one
so.
clip in that whole video.
That's the thing, right? I'm just being a fucking douche.
Well, I mean,
about
it's
so.
like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But it's interesting to like pick out these little topics and kind of, you know, like what would that be like? Imagine if every day, if somebody went over 2 years filming a video part, and say you get a clip, I don't know, what are you lucky to get a clip once a week maybe? And you were to post that on Instagram, like, oh, did something dope today, or like maybe you post a cell phone angle,
Right.
of the clip or whatever, you bomb in like this big ass handrail, and then I don't. But then are we making edits anymore, or are we just like you're making an Instagram compilation and then you're doing bangers for Instagram?
Yeah, and I get it, man. Instagram's kind of where it's at right now, right? You want those followers, you want that the clout that comes from it, and everything else. Like, I get it. I understand why people post stuff to Instagram, but I don't know. I'm, hard copy for life. I have a whole fucking thing of magazines over there and DVDs. So.
I mean, I'll always be for like the full video, save your stuff, and like I don't know, as these guys are becoming like big professionals. Like, dude, Dennis rides for Buick or whatever, doesn't he? Or like Subaru or some kind of.
I didn't know that.
really?
Did he get? I thought he had like a car sponsorship or some.
Drew does. Drew had Toyota.
Yeah, like, dude, these guys have crazy sponsorships. So like maybe Toyota's like, dude, we need your best clip. Like, to, we're gonna give you a car, or Rockstar's gonna pay you like a real decent living wage, like multiple,
Which is good, by the way. Like Brant, who was in the chat earlier, if you guys are interested, Brant and I had a very, very good discussion about selling out and what it's really like, and how, people that, might ride for a company that's outside of BMX, you should not like hate those people, and you should not give them shit for riding for a company that's outside of BMX, because they're just trying to make a living doing what they love. Like, and if that company is willing to put money into the industry, you shouldn't give shit to people that are taking that money. Like, it's kind of really shitty of you to do that.
Look at everything Rockstar and Monster does for. I mean, I can't think, but like Rockstar just did that. Didn't they build that Chase Hawk Park? They just had that crazy invitational jam at or whatever.
I don't know if they built the park, but they definitely hosted that contest.
They throw money at stuff, man.
Yeah.
They throw huge money
energy
at
drink
Red Bull and
man.
Monster because they can.
Yeah.
But man, like I think it was an old Tony Hawk quote or whatever, but people call him a sellout because he got sponsored by McDonald's. He's like, dude, I've been eating McDonald's my whole life.
Literally,
like I might as well get paid.
Definitely.
I guess it depends, right? Like, don't take some shiesty deal or whatever, but
don't do the like weird deal where you're telling your fans to like go and subscribe to some weird Bitcoin thing and put money into it.
Yeah,
it's some
dude,
weird
that's...
hedge fund fucking bullshit. Don't do that.
Obviously that's
like,
scams, but like,
you
know what I mean? Like, if Toyota wants to pay you to ride BMX, dude,
fucking do it.
Take it for sure. Toyotas make good cars, bro.
Absolutely. So I think to end this off, let's go around the table and just say what we're stoked about for 2022, and then we'll wrap this up. And if anybody in the chat wants to tell us what they're hyped on or what one of their goals is for 2022, let us know. Brant, I know you're in there. I would love to see you hit 50K subs, or also 100K subs by the end of the year in 2022. I think you could do it, man. I'd love to see that. You're really killing it on YouTube, and I know I've said it before, but you are by far the best and my favorite BMX YouTuber. So keep killing it.
Dude, I don't know why I keep responding to him on text, but yeah, he made a good point that like they're not taking money like from the industry too. Like if Dennis riding for whatever Subaru opens up a spot for someone else to get more money through demolition or whatever, then like all for it, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. We had a really good discussion about it. If you guys are interested, I really would recommend you go back and listen to Brant and I's discussion on that. We had a good 20, 30, maybe 40-minute talk just about that in our episode. So,
it was really good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for checking that out,
Chris.
Welcome. But yeah, I'll drop the number in the chat, and you guys are more than welcome to call in quickly while we're talking about this, and it would be sick to hear from you guys and see what you're thinking for 2022. Hashtag Brant Moore is BMX. I totally agree with you, old fat guy BMX.
Brant just says
totally
he's
correct.
stoked for BMX in 2020.
Fuck yeah, man.
Very good.
Perfect coming from him because he just loves everything.
definitely. Sorry, I'm just I'm trying to do this.
Caleb?
Drop the number.
Yeah,
Drop the
Caleb,
number.
tell us what you're stoked
What are you
about.
stoked
I'm
for?
stoked to possibly finally make it up to Brockville for the next skate park. we
Yeah, dude, we're gonna be camping. We're like fully
Dude, I'm
camping
down.
outside the skate park.
That sounds fun.
And there's some other parks up that way that I want to go to, like Trenton. I was thinking about Trenton today for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Trenton is I rode it once and it's such a sick park. I'm really excited to try and hit that up. So yeah, next year we're doing skate park roulette episode, I think 6,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
5 or 6.
5 or 6. And we'll be going to Brockville, Ontario. We're gonna do a weekend trip. We're gonna hit Gaganawa, aka
Yeah.
Gaganon Cock.
Gagging on con.
I don't know if that's actually the name of it, but
I highly
doubt it.
But
Mm-hmm.
and then Trenton Park and a couple other ones. We kind of looked at how it's gonna work. We got a video chat from Brant. How's it going, Brant? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out here.
oh,
You
technology.
gotta patch him in.
Oh, weird. Dude, what are you stoked on for BMX in 2022?
I'm just stoked on BMX in 2022.
I love it, man. You're always killing it. So I'm excited to see what you do.
Are we live right now on the internet?
We are live on the internet. It might be like a 20, 30 second delay.
Just trying to figure this out.
Yo, mute yourself, dude.
Yeah, mute the computer
What are
if
you
you can.
doing?
Stoked on. I don't hear anything. Why don't I hear anything?
I don't know. I do.
Yeah, dude, you're muted.
Never mind. I might be losing my fucking mind over here.
Oh my god. The first day on the job or
It's not
what, dude?
working.
Literally. Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you get up to.
Oh, what's going on?
What is going on? Sorry, Brant. Give me 1 second.
I can't hear you.
I know. I don't know what's going on here.
I have this one. I have that muted,
Okay.
but I don't hear anything here.
We should be good
I can
now.
hear him.
Can you hear me?
I've been hearing him the whole time.
God damn, dude. I suck at this.
But he can't hear
I don't
us.
know what's going on.
Brent, I'm heading out. I'm sorry. Sorry, dude.
We failed.
We did not do this right at all.
We'll get him next
Oh,
time.
man. Yeah, sorry. I suck at that, guys. We'll figure it out. I had a number, but I don't know if it was going in the chat.
I
I don't think so.
didn't see it the 2 times you tried to send it.
Mhm.
I don't know why that would be. Maybe it
I don't know.
recognizes that it's a phone number and it's like, nah.
Yeah, it
Sorry.
won't let you. Spam filter. So what, just trips? You just want to go on trips?
I'm stoked for trips. Yeah,
It sounds great. Me too.
yeah.
All right, I'm getting Brent the number at the moment, and then he should be able to call us. Sorry about that, guys. I am terrible at this. We're still learning.
Well, man, like I definitely just want to ride more.
Here
next
we
year.
go. Brent's calling.
That's what I'm stoked for.
Alrighty, does this work?
Am I going to get charged long distance for this?
I hope not. It is a Ontario number, so I hope not. Do you have Canada, aka US wide calling? I have North American wide calling.
I have no idea.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh man.
We'll send
This
him.
is working, though.
We'll take like 2 minutes, and then, you're not going to get charged a bunch, hopefully.
What's the question?
Honestly, just wanted to know what you're looking forward to. I know that you went to Swamp Fest this past year, and you got to see a bunch of different stuff, including everything that Noah McBride was doing. So, what are some of the things that people should be looking out for in 2022?
Well, I, for one, am just stoked on BMX for 2022, but there's a lot going on. USA BMX Freestyle Contest, Swamp Fest, what else? Trail jams, street jams, dude, everything. I'm just trying to go as much as possible.
The Nowhere Jam, I would say.
Mhm.
Corn Hucket, yeah, dude, there's so much to talk about that it's easy to forget.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Nowhere Cornhucket Jam. I saw Noah's video on that and instantly was like, I gotta go, you know?
It looks like a great time.
Definitely.
You should all.
Yeah, we're gonna try and make it out.
Will Canada let you out?
I don't know, man. Right now,
I'm not
I think
following.
literally just yesterday they're like, all right, no international travel again.
or they're like, dude, if you're gonna travel internationally, be prepared. You know, be prepared. Like you're gonna have a whole bunch of shit you gotta do when you get back.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I don't think that's until at least like September, October. So
Yeah.
we got lots of time. By then, I think we'll be okay for the most part.
It's worth it.
Definitely.
Looks good.
I'm fully down, dude. I saw it and was really upset that I didn't make the trip this year. So we're going to try and make it down to that. Swamp Fest seems like it would be incredible, but I'll be honest, I don't think I can pull that off before April. I've got way too much shit on the go. So
Mhm.
I would love to go, but
It's a long way, dude.
yeah.
So
Hey, I want to know how old the dude in the flannel is.
Chris?
He's been talking about how up he is all day.
what, dude? I'm 29.
I'm
Yeah.
28.
Well,
Get your ass in gear.
I know. That's what I mean. Yeah, riding kind of fell off for me for a couple years, man. But like, I'm really back into it now. I'm trying to get, back into it. So
Dude, Brant is going to shit on you so hard because Brant puts in so much goddamn work with
I
riding
know.
and filming and YouTube.
hey, I've been riding a
No,
lot,
the
just not a bicycle. So
Yeah.
The only people that I'm going to shit on are people who deserve it, and that is definitely not someone who just doesn't ride as hard as they used to.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, hey man, I got into dirt bikes for a bit, got hooked onto that, like a whole new progression thing, and then now it's kind of getting scary, so I'm getting back into the BMX a little.
Yeah, dirt bikes are crazy.
Yeah, it's fun though, man. It's just another bike, right? You're just learning and progressing again. It's a whole new journey. So
Definitely.
I don't know if I would call it just another bike whenever you're 80 feet in the traveling 150 feet.
oh, bro, I'm not a jumper.
He's not
I'm
a
just-
motocross rider.
I'm just out in the woods, man,
okay.
riding around the woods, riding around the trails,
His dirt bike has a license plate on it, and then he
Yeah.
takes it off road. He
Um,
literally showed up at my house, dropped off some photos, and then went to a construction site right after.
Yeah, man. Getting a couple hill climbs on the way home.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Any other questions here before we hit the 5-minute mark?
I think that's all, Brant. I just wanted to say thank you for calling in, and thanks for always supporting me, man. I love it. It's so nice of you. I appreciate
Well,
it.
when you say the things that you do about what I'm doing, I don't know how I could do anything other than support, because I'm just having fun living my life with BMX, and I feel like you're just doing the same thing.
Definitely. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to everything that you're going to get up to, and we will chat at another time. Thank you so much, dude. Have a good one.
You too. See ya.
Peace.
Dude, I guess I gotta get riding. I just got called out. Hey, man.
From another country.
I filmed 3 clips this year, okay, and I would have had 4, but I ate shit too many times, and I couldn't.
Yeah,
I went for it, man.
fair
but-
enough. No, you killed it. You got quite a few clips the one day that we went out filming.
It felt good to, like, go to war again, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
to really, like, eat shit a bunch of times
Yeah.
and not get your clip, and then, like,
I get
don't
in
know,
those
there's
moods
just-
too. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go and ride, and I
Yeah.
want to fall today.
I got to the point where, like, dude, I never really want to fall, but, like, I had tried this trick so many times and, like, was trying to do this, like, technical little bar spin thing, and I got to the point where I just wasn't throwing it, and eventually I'm like, dude, eating shit is gonna, like, be better than not throwing it.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting
100%.
so mad at yourself for not throwing it, like, just fall. It felt good to kind of get back to that point, like, of, just pushing it, I guess.
Hell yeah.
But,
A while ago, I was like super just sitting at work. It's like, all right, I want to do ice bar
yeah.
on a flat rail, and I texted Bailey. I was like, I'm doing ice bar today,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just went to the park after work, and probably for like 2 hours, just fucking time after time after time, and I finally like threw the one bar, and I was like, all right, I can do this.
Yeah.
Then I eventually ate shit a few more times, and then threw the bar and rolled away. It was like, all right, that felt fucking awesome.
So good.
That's
yeah.
wicked. I love it. Anyways, I think it's a good time to end it off. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I need to go home.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got like an hour-ish drive home after this, and then you got like work and school and whatnot in the morning. So, hell yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. This is a lot of fun. We're going to try and do these once a month. I think it's a great way to, just keep in the loop on BMX and know what's going on. And I love sitting down and chatting with both of you guys. So it's
Hell
going to be
yeah.
super easy to make these
fun.
happen.
I love bikes. You know I love bikes.
Definitely.
Anything
talking
with
about this
wheels,
stuff.
dude.
Yeah, anything with wheels, really. If you could like possibly get smoked, I'm into it. Let's do it.
I love it. Fuck yeah. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you guys have any bails that you have on video that you want to send me, any clips that you're really stoked on, any progression that you guys have made, anything at all, anything BMX related that you want us to talk about, either DM it to me on Instagram or send me an email at hvxgoatproductions@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you guys. Would love to get some more fan interaction going on here. And, you guys help keep this show afloat. So would love to, contact you guys more, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Boom.
Cool. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace. We're all just...
I don't know where the camera is, dude.